This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Please note the thoughts, opinions, jokes, and every other bad taste that the guest and the host of Hobie, aka the History of Bad Ideas, is of their own, is not associated with any companies they may work for, any firms they work with, any advertisers, or anybody else in general. And remember, it's just a joke.
Alright. It's about comic books and movies, growing up with Rokusuke, Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale is just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Jeff defends Aquaman, Blake's just not listening. What? Jason impersonates Michael Keaton.
Some people just want to watch World Buzz.
Jeff nails another draft day.
Nailed
Blake's
it.
top 5 has 98.
I got
Jason
one more.
just loves him some Kevin James.
Fucking Kevin James.
It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's a history of bad.
So bad.
It's a history of bad ideas. It's a history of bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's a history of bad. It's a history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 201. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
And Jim's here.
Hello, everybody.
Yay! Jeff's brother here. I would say the better now of the two.
Most people do.
Okay, just saying.
Except mom and dad. You're their favorite. You know it.
Jim usually the youngest is. Because the youngest is the nicest, the sweetest,
No.
the smartest. They pretty much have hit the perfection, so they just stop with the youngest. That's why.
No.
No.
What happens is when it comes to the youngest, they just don't give a shit anymore.
I know, it's wonderful.
The lack of parenting is awesome.
What time's my curfew? I don't care. Okay, sounds good.
What time do I have to be home? Sometime by tomorrow. Okay.
Which always sucked, though, when I was like 16 to 18, because everybody else had a fucking curfew and I didn't.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm going home at midnight.
They
Son
knew
of a
that.
bitch.
Yeah, the same thing with me is like, what? I could stay out as long as I knew where I was.
Yeah, that was the other thing, too, yeah. I just had to tell them.
But since everybody else had to be home, I had to
Yeah.
be home too.
So you guys had a lot of, Jason, Jim. So when are you guys going home? From other people's parents.
I'm just going to sleep on the porch. Don't mind me. When did you get a hammock? I stole it. Let's see. So, yes, we are in the studio. This is 2 weeks in a row. Kind of getting back into the swing of things. Mm-hmm. I realized today on the way home from work, okay, we got another Tuesday recording. I'm not used to this. 2 weeks in a row. So, Blake, have you missed us
Last week
now?
wasn't a Tuesday.
Last week was a Monday. That's true. That is correct. Everybody have a good Halloween. Yeah, okay.
Well,
Yeah, sure.
Jeff, what did you do since you're not allowed being around kids? The court says so.
nothing. I went to my parents' house and watched the World Series.
Did your parents pass out candy?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
They live in a condo complex.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Jim, did you pass out candy?
No, I had to work that night so my fellow coworker could actually take his young girls out trick-or-treating.
That's no dedication from him. You got a fucking job to do. Go do it. Mm-hmm. That's all I got to say about that. Blake, did you pass out candy from your parents' basement, your in-laws' basement?
No, because they're so far back, nobody goes to the house. But I did go visit a couple of other houses where nieces and nephews were.
Oh, okay. We passed out 600 and something pieces of candy at my house.
That's all?
The gated community is pretty popular. So, not on my side. The rich folks' side, they're passing out full candy bars. You're lucky you get like one Pez over at my house.
Yeah.
But,
You give away the Pez?
well, one piece.
Yeah, but you still give that away.
Oh, no. Don't worry. It's the ones with the razor blades in it. You're
Oh,
fine.
okay.
You're fine.
You're supposed to be giving away Mounds and Almond Joys. Because nobody likes those.
Or crackle, or what is that? Cackle?
You only have to buy one bag of those, and they come to the door. Take your pick there, Sonny. And all the kids look, and you're like, fuck this.
No, what I realized was when people were talking about, oh, this candy sucks. I'm like, well, I like it. This candy sucks. I like it. I'm like, what don't you like? I'm like,
You liked Almond Joy?
Yes.
Oh.
How do you not like Almond Joy?
It has almonds.
Exactly. Almonds are great.
There's no joy in that.
I like Almond Joy. I like candy corn.
Oh.
Man, you like flavored wax?
Yes. It's flavored.
Wax.
Jeff would be okay.
It's not even good flavor.
Jeff would be okay if he went to Halloween, for Halloween, and he got sugar packets.
Hand out sugar or cream packets, powdered cream. Here you go.
Sugar. Aw.
That's what Fun Dip was, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, just checking.
No, I found
On a
out-
sugar stick that you licked to attract the sugar onto in order to eat.
No, I did find there was one candy that I don't like and is disgusting. Mm-hmm. That is Necco wafers.
Yeah, I
Those
can
are
tell you.
nasty, and I don't know how they're called candy.
You don't like chalk?
No, I don't like to eat
Aren't those
plain
more
chalk.
cookies?
No.
Yeah, they're little chalky discs.
No.
Oh, you're talking about the little wafer.
No, I like those.
Okay.
No, you're talking about those little chalk discs.
Yeah, chalk.
They're
Oh,
like
yeah, I
pink
forgot
or
about
white.
those. Where did you go trick or treating? Nobody ever had those around us.
Oh, we
there.
had them. There was always one in the bag every year.
It's always like a small packet of like 6.
Yeah. It's like, ew.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
People don't like Smarties, I hear.
yeah, those are disgusting.
Oh, you're crazy.
No.
Smarties
No,
are like
no.
the best non-chocolate candy
No,
out there.
no.
Smarties are the best, especially when you segregate the colors
Hey, we don't do that here.
and then consume them all at one time.
Medium pig.
Yeah, I don't have to segregate them. I just pour the whole pack in my mouth.
Or you break them up and snort them,
Ooh.
which I have never done.
I've snorted salt before.
Oh, yeah, that was stupid of you.
I recommend you not doing that. Well, what happens is my house is about the only scary house in the subdivision. There's like 2 or 3 other ones. And I found out I had this year, I had a graveyard and all that stuff. And then I, on the day of, I added a zombie with dismembered body parts in a kid's playpen out in my front yard. So that was awesome because the zombie actually attacked the kids, like grabbed at them. So the kids did not like that as much. I was told by 5 or 6 parents that I was demented. They appreciated it, but I was demented. And I also found out that one
Weren't
of my...
they just commenting about you throughout the year?
Yes.
I mean, not just that one day.
They don't see me much. And then I had one parent tell me that their son refused to come and play with my oldest son because he was too afraid of the yard. So for a month, he did not come to the house because of that. I thought I was pretty proud of that.
I would be proud of that, and those parents should be ashamed of having a kid like that.
Well, maybe. That's true, too. But, so I had a good Halloween. But I did go out. I did passed out the candy. Then my son comes back. Then, like, at the end of the night, me and him go back out. I walk with him while my wife passes out the candy. One of the places actually was giving out candy or fruit. You got to make your choice. And he had a table, and I told my son, I was like, well, no offense, but you've had candy all night. Pick a fruit. So he picked an orange.
But it's easier to hide razor blades in fruit than it is in candy.
I'll be honest, I think we threw it away. Or it's still sitting in the candy dish, and it's probably not going to be good anymore. It was one of those little clementines. I do declare it's a clementine.
Didn't you have plenty of those when you bought them at the store?
Did we tell this story? We didn't tell this story, did we?
Okay, so the local grocery store here has something called the click list, where you go online, you order all your food, and then you pick it up at a certain time. You pay for it online now too, so it makes it really quick.
I thought you always paid for it.
No,
online.
you could pay for it at the thing.
Oh.
So you pull up, they load it up, have a good day. The issue is make sure that you don't multiple click on the item you want. Somehow a couple weeks ago...
No, you didn't multiple click. You said I wanted to get 5 oranges.
Clementines.
And you got 5 bags.
Yeah, I forgot they came in bags. We had 100
Yes,
clementines
the
at our house.
mode of distribution. Yes, the
So
mode.
my wife goes, why the hell did you buy 5 bags? I was like, I just wanted 5. There's no way this is correct. I don't think I did this. I looked at the receipt and looked at my online purchase. Yep, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot there. Sorry. So yeah, we had 100 clementines. Good news is we got rid of them all, or we ate them all, so that was good.
That's good. Yeah, I took a bag home with me.
You took it back home. My babysitter got a bag. I think Connor, my son's soccer team got a bag. So it was all good.
Yeah, that's what
overall.
it's like oranges for the soccer team. That's
Yeah.
what that's for.
Yeah, so it worked out well, and then we still had 40. So it was okay, though. So if you notice, I am wearing the Blue Jays hoodie tonight in honor of Roy Halladay. Moment of silence. He was always a Blue Jay. Fuck the Phillies. Did you hear about him, Blake?
Yes, one thing I've learned is don't fly your own small plane.
It worked out well for John Denver.
And Corey Lytle.
Was he flying or was
And
he
Thurman
a passenger?
Munson.
Thurman Munson.
It was a small plane. I think he was taking flight lessons.
Yeah, I think Lilo was
Okay.
taking lessons. Well, Thurman Munson was taking lessons.
Yeah.
Billy
He died in
Holiday.
Blake's neck of the woods.
Big bopper.
Well, I did get some research done before this episode, and my one brother, who's not been on the show, my oldest brother, is a pilot, and he said the plane that Holiday was flying is actually one of the easiest planes to fly, and he said it kind of boggles his mind how he crashed it, because even for a beginner, it's a very easy plane to learn on.
But that the creator of that plane died in a plane crash with it back in March.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's a positive.
The question, do you know for a fact there wasn't some sort of
Well, no. He just said
problem with the plane? Or?
based on he said it would surprise him if it was pilot error because of that, because it's so easy to fly.
The one in March was deemed pilot error.
Really?
Yes.
So and he has no obviously inside knowledge. He just was giving us some background that plane is a very easy plane to fly.
Well, there are pockets of high and low pressure differences. There's winds,
Wind
downwinds,
shear,
wind
bam.
shear. I
He
mean,
said
there's
that
all kinds of things.
He said that plane does not stall like a lot of smaller planes do. So he said that that was one of the things. So obviously he has no inside knowledge. He was just giving us some background that the type of plane that the guy was flying. So I always remember Halladay because he hit the Reds in the playoffs.
Yeah. I'm trying not to remember that.
So that was the no-hitter he threw that they mentioned on the radio.
Yeah, that was it.
And then Al Leiter did the one hit against the Reds in the playoffs.
It wasn't in the playoffs. It was,
Playing game.
One game playing.
Yeah.
Halliday's no-hitter, I had tickets to that, season tickets, and I happened to be sick that night and sold it, so I didn't get to see the Reds' dismal performance or Halliday's incredible performance.
Welcome, Cincinnati, home of the playoff depression. Anything else going on with anybody? Anybody? No? Nothing? Blake, anything exciting with you?
Do we have any early election results for Heno's city council
We do
bid?
not yet. They're still open out in Idaho. So we will be, it is election night, so we will be giving you guys updates on this. Just
Yeah.
let everybody know. Go Heno. I voted 3 times for him.
Yeah.
I think that's legal.
I think so.
It's
If you- only if you're-
100 times.
only if you're a Democrat.
Stop it. Down the hall. Down the
Actually, he posted a thing
I
for
thought you were allowed to vote once per every email address you had.
hall. I don't think
Yeah,
this is
sure.
an all-star game.
Oh.
If not, Heno's the starting first baseman to that next year, so it's great.
It's up to 30 times a day.
That's right.
Vote often.
Vote early, vote often.
That's right.
No, he had posted a thing about it being election day, and I originally put up a GIF.
And
GIF.
No, Giff, you were
GIF.
right.
Thank you.
I
So
wouldn't
we've had
wanna
this
correct
discussion before.
I
But the
decided
gif
to
of-
stop correcting people on that.
That's right.
Unless they correct me first.
It's a
Okay, there you go. No, that's B.
Anyways. Well, here's the other thing, Blake. You'll like this.
Yeah, sure.
On Twitter.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So my story will end there.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were done with your gift.
No, I wasn't. But go ahead.
Go ahead, finish
No,
your
no,
story.
go ahead.
You know what? Now you know how
ahead.
it feels. Fuck you. Anyways. Useless Debates on Twitter had a nice poll. We're not
boy.
the only ones that do polls at Bad Ideas Podcast. They had the best Mel Brooks movie. Not the funniest, the best. They had Young Frankenstein,
That's a good candidate.
Blazing Saddles,
Frankenstein.
That's a
My
good
bad.
candidate.
Spaceballs.
No,
No.
I agree. And History of the World Part 1.
no.
Spaceballs is 4th on that list.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. And I say third would be
I had
History
to
of the World.
Space History of the World.
Yeah. I had to
But
defend my stance that Blazing Saddles was the best. People said it may have been the funniest and the most topical.
Yes.
But they said Frankenstein had a better story or a better movie all around.
I agree with both of those.
The only thing
Statements.
I can say, the end of Blazing Saddles was bad.
I agree.
Everything before it, far and away, made up
Hilarious.
for a
Yeah.
bad ending.
I agree, and that's why that was my biggest problem with Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I hated the ending.
Oh, I love the
I
ending.
hated the ending, but I still liked enough of Monty Python and Holy Grail to one of my favorite comedies of all time. So
Able to look at it from the Gestalt perspective.
look at you. Aren't you just fine with Hunter Acosta?
That's right.
Jim, what is your number one film of those four?
I would have to go with Blazing Saddles because it may be my all-time favorite film,
Okay.
and I voted for Blazing Saddles on it.
Just a man and his horse getting hung. Jeff, you said Frankenstein?
No, I said Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles. And Blake, you went on Frankenstein?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. For pure humor, you'd have to go Blazing Saddles. But if I went for better artistry in storytelling, that would be Young Frankenstein.
I'm rolling in the hay.
So essentially, what I'm saying is, yes. Essentially, what I'm saying is, tie.
B minus.
I'm hobbying it. I have a number one, and then a number 3, and a number 4.
Okay. My wife and oldest son went to see Coco last night.
Okay.
The new Pixar film.
Coco Chanel.
Thanks to Free at Last for that one. I could not. I was going to go, but then I switched it because.
Coco
my
at the
wife-
strip joint.
No. It's a
Oh.
Pixar movie.
Coco
It's not
on the
Day of
corner?
Dead. No, would you stop? It's not an adult film. I just wanted a quick review from my wife. She said it was unlike anything Pixar has done. Them going
good or bad?
Good, in a good
Okay.
way. She said it was beautiful all around with the animation and that. She said with them going into the Spanish Mexican heritage of it, it actually made the story better, like it was something you never see before. She said the only issue was she didn't know how old was too young for it because there were some scary moments like with skeletons and that. She said if you have like a 3-year-old, they want to be completely scared, but it was just like there's some moments. My son was fine, he's 7, so. But she said that was the only thing, but she said it was a really good film. And she said she needed to see it again to really get everything.
You know,
So she
that's
recommended it.
that's really good. That gives you an alibi for Friday when you go out with the guys to go see Coco.
Yes.
So yeah, honey, I'm gonna go see Coco.
She was a showgirl.
No,
nothing.
no.
So that was a Coco review. Blake, you saw a movie.
Yeah, I did. I finally got to see Blade Runner 2049 before they took it out of theaters.
And?
I liked it.
Okay.
I don't think it's for everybody. If you're an original fan of Blade Runner and Philip K. Dick's story background and kind of like the genre, I think you would like Blade Runner 2049.
When did you see it?
I saw it Sunday.
So you got out of the theater on Monday?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was 2 hours 45 minutes. It is almost 3-hour
They
flick.
did say it was a long one.
You know, but I was told everybody that I had seen or talked to said they liked it, but you got to go see it in the movie theaters before it leaves. And a lot of that has to do with a lot of the big cinematography and sound, you know, that goes with it. So the Villeneuve or whatever, did a really good job of keeping to the original feel of Blade Runner and the 1980s version of what the future was going to be. So, all right. So I'm talking Blade Runner 2049. If you haven't seen it in theaters yet, go see it and fast forward by several minutes because I'm going to talk some spoilers. Am I the only one here that's seen
Yes,
it?
you
Yes.
are. I'm
I wanted to
ready-
see it.
I'll leave the room if you're going to be talking spoilers.
All right. I'll do it spoiler free then. How's that? Here's
So don't
this.
fast forward.
Here's this. The plot takes off, and it's unlike Blade Runner where you get to learn a lot of reveals. It basically comes straight out and says, Agent K, everybody else, and he believes that he has this destiny, basically, pretty much. And he moves forward with it, but it's so blatant and obvious. I'm like, that can't be it. And as it turns out, it's not, right? So there was a beautiful cinematography. If this film doesn't win any awards in that, or the sound, or I will be very
Disappointed?
and surprised, actually, because one of the best things about this is being in one of the big theaters with the sound and etc. It was like really good.
The problem is half the voters will watch it on, if they even watch it, will watch it on a
Disc.
a disc
On an iPhone? Or watch it on their iPhone and be like, this sucks. Yeah, exactly. But
They called that out, watching movies on your phone. There's a big time director.
yeah, I think it was it Ridley Scott? Because Ridley Scott is one of the producers for this film. I can't remember. He's Ridley Scott-ish. Well, not Scottish, but Ridley Scott caliber.
No, that's not
Ridley Scott caliber. But essentially, I was not disappointed with Harrison Ford's character because I was kind of like, yeah, what's going to happen? The plot does have a few curveballs, but I can see curveballs coming. I just didn't know which way they were going to curve. Was it going to be a curve or a cutter?
Gotcha.
No, but so without spoiling it here for you guys, I just want to say there's plenty of throwbacks and shout-outs to the original movie. Even some of the characters are reminiscent of some of the characters from the prior movie.
Sightings?
What's that?
Any Edward James Olmos sightings?
Yes,
Almost.
he is in this film.
Okay.
Really?
Yes, he is.
Wow.
He has his 5-minute cameo with Ryan Gosling's character, by the way. So, what is? I was slightly confused on kind of how it happened, the backstory that Ryan Gosling's Blade Runner, whose name is just the letter K for short because of serial number. But there is some confusion in it. But ultimately it had kind of almost a little true to Philip K. Dick a little bit in the fact of looking at these androids or so-called generated artificial life beings and their inherent slavery, second-class status, free will, determination. They had that morality play going on underneath it, more or less. But there was even a character in there that was a throwback to Daryl Hannah's, character. Looked almost dead on, which is pretty neat.
Smoky eyes and everything.
They're going to get Daryl Hannah? She's not doing anything. She's not doing Splash 2.
No,
She might be.
She could be.
So with her character, the character that's in there is kind of like, I think, kind of like a shout out to
her.
Daryl Hannah, because the same almost hairstyle and thing and stuff like that. Look very much. No, you don't.
That would be impressive.
But I think Ryan Gosling does a very good job in maintaining true to the character, and you would almost think that he's like a young Harrison Ford, more or less. But right off the bat that he's a replicant.
Spoiler!
Oh,
No, that's not a spoiler. I mean, it's right up front. It's like within the first 5 minutes he's established, because there was that tease in the original whether or not Harrison Ford, whether he himself was a human being or was he a replicant. And he does have that famous line. It says, "I know what's real." And he actually reiterates that again in this flick, so it's actually pretty cool.
Well, the box office will dictate that movie will not be 2079 coming out ever. So this is the last of the Blade Runner series. Sorry about that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No,
well,
they said it's struggle. It's even worldwide.
Whoever is currently making it might not redo it. That doesn't mean that the
that's true, because
rights would fall to somebody else,
Yeah.
and somebody else might make it.
Because Ridley Scott did say the Alien franchise is officially dead with him.
Oh yeah, but officially, well, you think about it, the original Blade Runner was a bomb at the box office too, and became a cult classic. And I know with our box office bombs news with Jeff, we know it wasn't really doing that well, and so I can see it becoming another cult classic thing where people actually get to enjoy it on hopefully their big screen TVs and good sound systems, as it deserves.
Jim, you want to come over and watch on my iPhone? We can share headphones.
Okay, we get one
each.
One each.
One doggle.
We only get to hear part of it.
One doggle each.
With the iPhone, since it doesn't have
Dongle.
actually a plug, can you just use two Bluetooth headphones for the same?
I think so. I don't have that much technology. And part of my screen is cracked, so we only get to see half the movie. So we'll be fine, though. We'll be fine.
But when you do get to see the movie, I do want to talk about a couple of things for spoilers when you guys get around to
It
it.
is on my list. I have to go see It first. Gotta see It. I really want to see that. Is that one you recommend?
Yeah, that's
seeing at
what
the
I'm
theater?
saying. You have to go see it. When you go see it, let me know.
I get it.
I don't think theater is a necessity
For it.
For it.
Okay. Did you ever see it, Blake? The movie It?
I see a lot of it.
Jim, did you see it?
I did not see it.
Okay.
Did you get it?
I get it. I get it. I get it. No, I don't get it. Did anyone see Thor Fraggle Rock this
You did.
weekend? Anyone else?
No.
Nope.
No.
Oh,
I saw you wrote a review and it got published.
my reviews on WeBeGeeksPC.com and nerdly.co.uk. G'day, mate!
Hello, Vega.
Cheeky cunts.
You
Wanker.
just stole my cheeky wanker.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, you could check it out. Or podcast.
Does it? You know, looking at the previews,
Yeah.
having helmets that stick out with appendages that far really aren't really conducive for combat. by the way,
No, they're not.
and what about your neck? Wouldn't it strain your neck? Wouldn't it put bad pressure on your back? Wouldn't it give you back problems?
With your neck.
It depends. Are we
You know?
talking their mythological helmets that
Magic
that
helmet?
probably don't have much weight to them at all?
No, I'm talking about the ones in the movie.
Me and my magic
They
helmet.
really don't have any. I mean, they don't even have any function. I mean, it looks like she's wearing a fucking dead tree on her head.
I don't even remember what the hell.
And
That's part of her.
and-
That's part of her body.
Sure, whatever.
It's
It's
not
a
an
hat.
actual helmet.
It's a hat. Whatever.
It was good.
What are those antennas?
It was.
Did she pick up sound?
Oh, she gets UHF.
Did she get vibrations off of that thing?
No,
What's going on?
No, it changes with her moods.
She gets UHF signals.
You're talking about Hera.
Changes with.
Who
her
could have
moods.
been a really good
Whatever.
character.
Hella.
I was going to
Sorry,
say,
sorry.
so we get Greek god crossovers now.
I'm about to say you're worse than fucking Disney.
My
Oh,
bad.
Jesus.
Next to Hercules, the Disney film. This
Hey, what
is
the hell's
best-
Loki's got those two big fucking things? What's the point of that?
This is the best.
Especially when you're trying to
interpretation
duck
of
and go through
mythology,
low
Roman
doors.
and Greek mythology next to Hercules, the Disney film.
Yeah, whatever.
Heracles?
Yes. It was good. It was funny. I don't know if it was. I think it was too much Guardians of the Galaxy, and I won't go through the whole.
Oh, so
review,
it's a
but
comedy.
It is a comedy. It's a lot of comedy. I enjoyed it. It was the best of the Thor films, but that's
Sure.
not really saying much.
Yeah, but then again, I saw you say that, and then you said 2 was better than 1.
I do like 2 better than 1.
Oh.
Dark World was a lot better than Thor 1.
No, the Dark World is
Dark World was.
Dark World is probably the second worst of all the MCU movies.
We are going to have to talk about this because Nerdist actually ranked the DC movie or the Marvel movies, and we'll get into it. We'll do it next week when I'll pull everything up. I'll send it to you guys. They had Captain America: The First Avenger like in the
Like 12 or something.
yeah. And I'm like, did you watch that movie? Because that was a beautiful piece of movie making. Thor 1, Jeff, is not Thor. That is He-Man. They were on He-Man's home planet in that. I was waiting for Battle Cat to come out.
Now, Battlecat would have improved the movie, I agree.
Yes.
But was no Loki.
What about Mechaneck?
Mechaneck
Was Mechaneck there?
Fisto was in it.
And Mr. Fisto?
We did get called out. Fisto is still in the box. Chris Richardson from 365. We have not taken him out and put him in our studio yet. We will put him in there next week.
That's right.
But yeah, Thor 3, it was enjoyable. Go see it. It was definitely fun. Hulk was fun. I liked the backup characters too. Like everybody was fun. I enjoyed it.
Like the Game Master, whatever his name was.
Game Master was awesome. Jeff Goldblum,
Yeah.
he was hilarious. Loved him.
Was Ragnar in it?
Right? Oh, Ragnarok?
No, Ragnar.
Who's Ragnar?
Ulfbrook.
I don't know what you're talking about.
From Vikings.
I don't know. What you're
Apparently, that should be in Blake's top 5 list this week.
talking about. Vikings? Is that
Yeah.
still on? Or did they end that series?
It's still going. They're coming out with another season.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But yeah, so go see Thor Fraggle Rock. It was fun. It was enjoyable. Nothing great, but it was still fun to watch. I don't know if
Sure.
I'll remember it or even buy it in 6 months, but I probably will. It will probably be a DVD for the Expo next year. So, Jeff, did you watch anything this week? Any movies?
No.
Okay. Jim, did you see any movies?
No new movies this week.
Reason why you're the best cameraman in the business. Okay. Anyone else want to talk about anything else?
Speaking of movies,
Yes.
one of the 365 blokes
Yes.
is making a movie.
Yes, he is.
And I want to know how come we weren't offered parts in it.
I got to read the screenplay. So,
You got to. Apparently,
You.
somebody better than others.
Got
yes,
to.
yes.
Did you put the you can put the review up on WeBeGeeks.com or Nerdly UK?
I couldn't. It was just a direct. It was before the film was made. I had to give him some insight. So,
So they were looking for the proper way to adjust insurance. Is that what they...
Yes. All I'm saying is that they're supposedly flying me to Great Britain to walk the red carpet. So just want to let you know. Thanks,
Sure,
Chris.
supposedly.
The movie is What You Can't See. So go check it out on Facebook.
So
they filmed and they're in
horror movie?
post-production now.
It's a horror movie.
It is a horror movie. It's a
It's a
short
horror
film.
movie.
Horror. That's one of the horror
Short horror film.
Yes.
Starring.
Jason, were you brought in as a consultant to do like voices and language?
Yeah, I was
Either
going to say.
confirm.
I was going to
Conform?
say
I can neither
conform.
conform nor do new.
Conform nor do.
I signed a non-disclosure form.
It turns out that there are 37 people there doing Cajun accents that are meant to be
No,
British.
bad Cajun accents.
They're not supposed to be Cajun.
I was brought in as the last-second replacement because Kevin Spacey was kicked off. And they couldn't get enough petition votes to get Kevin James on the show, so they got me.
Oh, God. Well, the thing that threw out the petition to get Kevin James to replace Kevin Spacey
On House of Cards?
House of Cards. Did you read the comments?
No.
I would say 80% of the people commenting didn't realize it was a joke. Like, people are like, that would be terrible. Kevin Smith would be banned for this, blah, blah, blah. And it's like,
Not Kevin Smith, Kevin
or
James.
Kevin James, I mean, yeah. Kevin James, and it's like, they should end the show before they do something like that. And it's like, it's a joke!
I did think it was funny that, that a lot of people, even number one fan Doug, said that they need to do Kevin James from the President of Pixels. That would make it the best. They're going to kill Kevin Spacey's character, right?
I don't know what they're going to do. I haven't really watched the show.
I mean, they canceled it. I mean, what are they going to do?
They said they're trying to do a spin-off.
Yeah, they stopped production of it.
Yeah. Because I guess the
They
last...
didn't cancel it yet. I mean, this was going to be the last season. And then they stopped production and are firing him. But that doesn't mean they can't do the show without him.
Yeah, it's a shame. I was requested by Besotted Geek to do a Kevin Spacey impersonation.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I'm Kevin Spacey, and, I was drunk, so what if I touched a 14-year... Oh, shit, that's 14? Damn it. Well, I'm drunk. Go see K-Pax.
Well, I'm trying to figure out when Kevin Spacey sounded anything close to that.
I feel like that was a good one.
I thought it was closer to Joe Pesci. but
I'm funny? Am I funny? Am I funny?
But any impersonation that starts with you telling everybody who you are immediately is awful.
Let me do this one, Jim, for you.
Yeah,
Okay, right?
telling who you are basically prepares us
make
for.
cool records.
That's not who it is.
I put my pants on one day. That was my walking.
I know you're trying to do walking, and it sounded closer to Travolta.
That's what I was doing, Travolta. Boop.
Boop.
I'm awful. We did have a couple more polls here for Disney movies. Best Disney animated film.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have to talk about this.
Let's see. First poll, Three Caballeros.
Three Caballeros?
Thank you. Melody Time, Cinderella, and Alice in Wonderland. You can vote at Bad Ideas Podcast. We do.
Well,
these
not
polls.
anymore, you can't.
Well, no, we're still doing Disney.
Yeah, but
animated.
this poll is done.
Yes. Winner with 41% of the vote to 36 over Cinderella. Alice in Wonderland wins and moves on.
Wow.
Because nobody saw Melody Time and 2% of the people saw Three Caballeros.
Well, 5% of the people voted for Melody Time.
The Disney ones, I don't know if you know this, we have a lot of people voting in the Disney polls. You put Disney out there, everybody loves it.
Yeah, I'm still angry and mad at Disney. Fucking Disney.
What's that?
This weekend, we were in a trivia tournament thing, and there was a Disney round. And because of that Disney round, we didn't win, and we were 3-time returning champions. So
You should have called number one fan Doug or
well, we
RJ
didn't
Holt.
know there was going to be a Disney round.
The funny- number one fan has a pager that for any Disney trivia, you just call it. He will be there.
You're not allowed to call people when you're doing a trivia thing.
Go done more.
You realize how this works?
No,
don't
I don't.
you?
I don't know.
Look, what they did was they showed minor characters from Disney animated movies, and you had to say who it was.
Okay.
They showed the chicken from Robin Hood.
Foghorn Leghorn.
No.
Okay.
No, it was a female chicken. You know the one.
Oh,
that
with
was
the big
hanging-
bosom.
Yes.
Yes.
What was her name?
Big bosom chicken.
It was Maid Marian's like lady in waiting.
Yes. What was her name?
Well, we put Cluck.
Oh, okay.
They said no, you had to put Lady Cluck.
Well, that is technically her full name.
Yeah, well, they didn't make us put Mr. Smee on the Peter Pan one. We just put Smee and got credit.
Give me some other ones, quick ones. What else?
Let's see.
The 2 eels from The Little Mermaid.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I got that one.
What is it?
Flotsam and Jetsam.
Okay, next.
The baby smoking the cigar in Who Framed
Roger
Roger Rabbit.
Rabbit. Oh, that was Bad Baby, wasn't it? What was the name?
I think that might have been the name
Herman?
of the movie. That Baby Herman.
Herman's right.
There you go.
We did put Baby Herman, so we don't know if they would have just given Herman or not.
Oh, okay.
The small green drop-looking character from Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the King's...
Yeah, the sucker thing?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I
What's his
forgot what
name?
his name was.
Sour Bill.
Okay. Because he was in Ralph's mouth for a little bit. That didn't sound
Yes.
right. Wow. Okay, well, I'm sure Doug got, number one fan, Doug got them all. Good job, Doug.
So not a lot of classic Disney.
And there was a tiger.
From... Robin
Oh, they
Hood?
didn't tell you what
Okay.
movie it's from. You just saw it up there.
Tigger?
And
Shere Khan?
Oh, Tigger. We didn't think of Tigger.
We guessed Shere Khan because we weren't thinking of any other.
From Aladdin, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Raja from Aladdin.
Ah, okay. That's the
But-
only other one I could think of. Well, I'm sorry about your luck with Disney trivia, Jeff.
Yeah, so Disney cost us beautiful, wonderful prizes.
If
That
you
we
wa-
already have.
Shh.
if you ever do Disney trivia by itself, let number one fan Doug go. He will go.
won't
Just
do
just
it, though.
just wait until Disney starts permeating all these characters into the Star Wars universe.
They're not doing it.
Oh yeah, and another reason I'm pissed off at Disney is you read the article about their demands now with Star Wars.
Yes.
All theaters have to pay them another 10% over what the normal rate for movies are for the box office.
Demanding tribute.
They're demanding tribute. And
So Disney has become the evil empire.
oh yeah.
Yes.
And this one's the one that gets me.
Oh, God. Ooh.
They are demanding that if you are showing the movie, you have to show it in your largest auditorium exclusively for 4 weeks.
4 weeks?
4 weeks.
Wow.
Meaning, other movies can't go into the big auditorium if you want to sell it.
I could see if it came out in January.
No,
man.
I can't see why you have any right to tell me which theater I can put it in.
That's an issue.
That's
You know
a
that
big issue.
isn't that aren't a number of award programs now blacklisting Disney because they've shut out the New York Times or somebody,
Yeah,
some newspaper
It
reviews.
just came out late today that there's been some rumblings that some of the award shows are sorry Disney.
Yeah, they're not because Disney's like blacking out certain news media outlets because of if they had criticism or something along those
Who
lines.
did he think they are, Donald Trump?
Obviously, they are.
Down the hall!
Obviously, they're the first order.
The first order.
No, seriously, what a bunch of dicks. I mean, fuck. Is Walt spinning around in his cryogenic freeze chamber right now? His head spinning around? I mean, what's going on?
This episode of Hobie, sponsored by Chirogenics.
And they're in talks to purchase 20th Century Fox.
The rumor is that's falling apart now.
Oh, it doesn't surprise
Good.
me one bit, but
I don't want them on. I don't want their filthy
and
Mickey
the
Mouse
original
hands
Star
on
Wars
everything.
movies.
Yeah. Couldn't they just offer a lot of money for the original Star Wars films?
They probably could.
Just do it that way.
But that's the thing is, I think Fox wants to sell the whole
Yeah.
stuff. They're trying to get out of.
They're not doing a la carte
They're going to focus on their
TV.
the Fox network. Disney couldn't buy the Fox network because they already own ABC,
Correct.
and you can't own two networks until Trump probably will let that happen or something.
Down the
He'll
hall.
sign a executive order forcing that to go through.
No. Just as long as Fox buys everything else.
Is this?
Yeah, I was going to say it's the other way around. They're all considered fake news. So
We're going to have a new president tomorrow, though, right? Because this is election night. Don't we do that every year?
Yeah.
Is that how it works every year? We get a new president?
Yeah, Heno's going to win this year.
Oh, okay. I'll root for him.
the Honorable Heno.
The quick thing, second poll we had,
Oh yeah, another poll.
Peter Pan, Lady and the Tramp, Sleeping Beauty, and 101 Dalmatians.
Fake news, fake poll.
I don't
this
like this one.
Sucks.
I don't like this one. Peter Pan won 34% to 32% over 101
Because it didn't turn out the way you wanted.
Exactly.
Yes.
Isn't that how it works? If it doesn't go the way you want it, you call it fake.
That's right.
That's what I'm learning.
So
Isn't that
That's
what they're
correct.
teaching in civics class these days?
I believe so. Or you're oppressed. One or the other.
first round, or the second round now, is going to be Fantasia, Bambi, Alice in Wonderland, and Peter Pan fighting it out.
Ooh.
But we have a lot more Disney films to do in the first round here.
Yes,
So there you
more
go.
to
Hey, why are we giving free publicity to Disney when we hate them so much?
I don't hate them. I love Pandora Land.
I'm about to
Avatar
say,
Land.
I like about a fourth of the Disney cartoons. Fortunately, the wrong ones keep winning these polls.
I will say,
Alice in Wonderland over Cinderella? No.
I will say, I did have some discretion on this one. I did not put Song of the South in there because I did not want a Sanjaya moment of it keep winning.
and that was also a live-action animation.
So is Melody
comedy.
Time, isn't
Oh,
it?
well, I don't know. I don't know
A
what
couple
it
of
is.
those older ones are. And
But
I'll
we're not. You're not going to put Mary Poppins in there.
No, that's true.
You're going to put Roger Rabbit in there. That's not one of the official Disney animated.
I go by the
Studios
official
canon.
Disney ones on the website.
Yeah, I don't. The Song of the South in the official
It
Disney
is.
animation
It is.
canon.
It is. But Hobie is opposed to blatant racism, so that's why we're not putting that in there.
We're fine with subtle racism. It's a blatant racism.
Oh,
that
he
we
was
just
happy
can't
to
do.
work there. He was a sharecropper. Yeah, okay. Sure he was.
Might have very well been happy to work
Sure
there.
he was. Sure he was. He was on Brer Rabbit.
Is that really what it is, or is that
You
people?
do realize what sharecroppers are? They're people that own their own land.
Okay, I don't think he was a sharecropper then. I don't think he owned the land. Sorry, wait a minute. That was my bad. Oh, yeah, I back that up. He was a farmer. Owned by someone else. The land was owned by someone else.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's what sharecroppers
He was a
are.
serf.
I don't really know.
You fucker, you made me own.
We don't know what we're talking about.
Sharecroppers,
That's
please
what it
let us
is.
know. If you want to defend Song of the South, please email Graphic Novels. We do not want to get into that. Let's do some listener feedback.
And moving on to listener feedback.
That's the paper.
That's
that
right.
Listener feedback is written on.
Listener feedback. This week's episode is brought to you by Russia. And of course, we start off from number one fan,
Doug,
Doug.
8 hands.
Ape Hands Doug. And he says, well, formerly known as Ape Hands.
Not to me. Is
No.
it?
He says, in The Walking Dead, if you are trying to avoid zombies, why not go to Montana where it has the lowest amount of people per square mile?
Easy, because the travel distance is just too far.
Easy. Winter. Montana gets winter.
Wrong.
Oh.
It has the lowest amount of people per square mile, but the highest of doomsday preppers.
So all the Doomsday Preppers are up there and they'll shoot you when you show up.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then we have some corrections.
What? How can we be corrected?
I don't know. We're always right until proven wrong.
Yeah, they're proving us wrong.
That-
Next week when we have all our sharecropper corrections.
Oh God. Oh God, why? All right. Anyways, this from Besotted Geek regarding Matthew McConaughey's endorsements. It's a Lincoln. Update the Blake soundboard to stop saying Buick.
What's the difference? A car is a car is a car.
He is the Lincoln lawyer.
Oh, not the Buick lawyer?
Yes.
I don't know what he's talking about. All I know is time's a flat circle. Driving my Buick. Let's go get some. What's it tonight, boys?
No,
Tacos.
the Blake soundboard still is wrong.
I don't know what he's talking about. You know what he's talking about? It's a Buick commercial. All right. Next
It's Lincoln.
we got from Nikki from the continent adjacent to Antarctica. Said, if you were an actor, what role would you love to play?
Ooh, I have to think about this.
I can answer.
Go ahead.
I would love to play Coach Eric Taylor from Friday Night Lights. I don't think I can do it justice because Kyle Chandler was awesome in the role, but his all his speeches and his advice to all the kids, and everybody wants to make those speeches.
See, character that I think would be cool to play would be Professor Moriarty, but I can't do an English accent, so my Moriarty couldn't be English, and then that would kind of ruin Moriarty.
So you'd be his American cousin, Professor Morty?
Now I got Rick and Morty stuck in my head. I can just see Morty being...
Professor Rick
The
Morty.
game is afoot. Let's get him.
There you go. I'd probably be Stunt Dick 1. All right. So moving on from Dev. He said, what are your 5 greatest Pauly Shore movies? I don't know, buddy. What's
I can't really vote for that because it's not 5 greatest. It'd be, what are the 5 Pauly Shore movies that I would actually sit down and watch without killing myself?
Hey, bro, that's what he says. He says mine are Biodome, Goofy Movie, In the Army Now, Encino Man, and Son-in-Law.
Not Pauly Shore is Dead?
I'm trying to think. I don't know any other Pauly Shore movies.
I think those are the 5 Pauly Shore movies.
Oh, there is Pauly Shore is Dead, where it was the rumors that he was dead, and he goes around and they talk to people about
About him being dead?
Uh-huh.
I'll watch Biodome.
That's because you're a big fan of
Stephen
Baldwin. You're like Encino Man because you're a big fan of Brendan Fraser.
I am not a big fan of Brendan Fraser.
Cool, bro.
So...
Lisa. All right. From Randall Holt, thoughts on the Punisher trailer on Netflix?
I wasn't allowed to watch it.
Okay.
It was too close to whatever current shooting is going on. Anytime I get ready to watch it, somebody else has a big shooting and I can't watch the Punisher trailer. It's been banned.
Okay. Otherwise known as Shane's police role.
What?
Isn't this Shane? Isn't the actor that played Shane on The Walking Dead?
You're asking me. You're asking me, is this the guy from The Walking
This is all
Dead?
right. We need Jason
Was
for
he
this.
in episode 1?
Yes,
But
he
it
was.
isn't gonna be.
Oh, was he?
Yes.
Yeah. First, he's in 1.5 seasons until the conflict happened.
Oh,
The major conflict.
He meant to almost...
He almost made it.
The end of season 2 is where he dies.
Pretty much. Yes.
He dies? What?
Yeah. See, when Jason's feelings are done being hurt and he decides to come back and join the podcast, maybe he can clarify that for us. Next, we got from Des Hasing. He is, of course, our most educated listener.
Yes, 48 degrees, I think.
That's right. He says, anyone else watch Star Trek Discovery? Thoughts? I didn't care about any of the characters, and the whole thing is pre-story, seems to me.
Considering I'd have to pay to see it, I have not seen it.
Okay.
What's it running on?
CBS All Access.
And that's it?
That's it.
Oh.
They showed the pilot or the first episode for free on CBS, but they did it on a Sunday night, and the football ran long, so even though I set the DVR to watch the first episode, it ran over an hour long, so I didn't get to see that either.
Well, there's no reason to watch it if they're gonna make me pay for it.
Exactly.
There you go.
And the Orville's out, so if I need some Star Trek ripoff sci-fi, I can watch the Orville.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most of these questions from Des are, hypothetical or because he already knows the answers. He's just testing us.
Because he can have something to send corrections next week.
Yes, that's correct. From Bob.
Bob!
The movie, The Snowman. Is that supposed to be scary? How does Michael Fassbender keep making such shitty movies, but people still like him?
He's got a long schlong.
He does?
He does. Apparently, there was some Michael Fassbender movie that showed his manhood, and
I just thought it was because he had a cool last name, Fassbender.
it is a cool last name.
It's pretty neat. Although I did catch up and I did get to see Prometheus as well.
I think that's one of the shitty movies he's talking about.
Yeah, and the plot didn't make sense to me. It really didn't make sense. He's an artificial life, I guess, creation, and I guess he gets incredibly infatuated with the alien species, which are genetically modified creatures gone awry, more or less.
Well, who wouldn't? Oh,
All right, so anyways,
I don't know. I didn't see the
Prometheus?
Prometheus.
Spare yourself. Just skip
I
it.
actually enjoyed it, but I'm a fan of the Alien movies and Ridley Scott, so
It was okay. I just didn't.
Not throwing his tantrum.
I just didn't think the plot and a lot of the motivations made sense to me. But then again, it is artificial intelligence, so maybe I don't understand it
Because you're not artificial.
because I'm genetic. I'm non genetically modified.
You're not a GMO.
I'm not a GMO.
All right, Jason, real quick.
Yes.
thoughts on the Punisher trailer on Netflix?
Thoughts on the? I thought it was impressive. It was fun. It was a typical. It was what I expected from a Punisher film or trailer. Again, you have the big baddie of the government, yippee. But I'm kind of intrigued to see how he takes everybody down. So.
And then the question I was posed was, is that Shane from
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead?
It could be Shane from The Walking Dead.
No, is that the same actor?
Oh yes, it is. I thought you were being funny. No,
No.
that is John Barenthal.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That's what Blake said, and I said, "You're asking me."
Yeah, it is the same character. So.
Thank
Same
you.
character, sweet.
Same character, Shane.
Oh, okay.
The
Awesome.
Walking Dead. I'm really bored by it. Anyways, moving on.
You know, the DVR that was recording at the same time that we had the major storm.
Yeah.
So the 1 hour episode for me was like cut down to like 15 minutes. But I think it was like an abbreviated version. It went from here to there to there to there, and I still think I understand what was going
I
on.
think you could in 15 minutes. I think they just prolong
In
it.
15 minutes, I was like, okay, Rick, okay, that King Zeke, okay, move on next. All right,
Moving on.
dude, I should watch.
So
I'll watch these
sounded like
episodes like this more often.
So that sounded like the whole first season of Revolution,
Yes.
where you didn't need to really watch anything, and they were stuck in the same position they were at the beginning of the episode.
Unlike Lord of the Rings, when they just kept walking, Revolution
At least
kept
they were, they were going somewhere.
Yeah, they kept walking, but I don't know where they were going. And she had really good hair every episode.
Well, who wouldn't?
That had a really good potential.
It did have potential.
And then it crapped.
Yes.
Okay, what else we got?
And then listener reviews. We have some more Des Hassing. And this time I don't think he's testing us. This time I think he's telling us.
Okay.
He says, regarding the young Sheldon, that being said, I thought it was a fairly good pilot. Not sure about the show. Also airing the first episode 6 weeks early is stupid.
I agree. Stupid.
I like Young Sheldon. I hate Big Bang Theory, but I'm enjoying Young Sheldon. It's very Wonder Years-like.
No, it's not that good.
Okay. Well, thank you for that, Jeff. You're wrong.
Saw the first two, and there's some potential to it, but they're not going to go the right direction.
I'm holding out hope.
The supporting characters need to have a bigger role,
Yes.
especially the sister.
Yes.
And as of right now, everything is going to be centered on Sheldon.
I think the brother might have they could do better too, because they touched on the first episode about how he is he gets classified as the dumb brother, and I want to see that aspect of it. Jim, how do you relate to it being the smart one and Jeff being the dumb brother? How does that feel like in your family?
I was the smart one.
Uh-huh.
I was also the athletic one
And the cutest.
and the good-looking one.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can't really relate at all.
Jeff, how do you relate to that?
I don't, because it's all lies. Except for maybe the athletic. I didn't say any of the athletic.
You can throw a softball pitch. Oh, so can your brother. Damn it!
Yeah, he's actually a better pitcher than I am.
Well, rats.
Well, depending on the umpire.
That's true. Oh, blame on the umpire.
Well, no, some umpires just have weird strike zones that we can hit certain things better according to the umpire.
What else we got here, Blake?
We have some more Nikki from Sri Lanka. Said, regarding young Sheldon, I give it an F. For what? Fantastic?
Maybe. I'm thinking it's fantastic.
Well, since she's down under, does that mean it's good?
Sure.
Because it's opposite there?
I don't think it's like opposite
Oh, that's
day
not how
down
that
there.
works?
No.
No, it's still pretty bad.
No. I wouldn't go as far as an F. I'd probably give it a D.
B minus.
No, not that good.
I'd go about C minus. I mean, it has some. It could be good, but
Maybe it's because I hate Big Bang so much that I enjoy this one a lot more.
Watching Big Bang, though, I was just surprised that Sheldon wasn't curious as to why Leonard's childhood bully looked just like his dad.
Okay.
In the one episode, Leonard's childhood bully showed up,
Yeah.
and it's the same actor that plays Sheldon's dad.
Sheldon's
young
dad.
Sheldon. Mm-hmm.
I like Sheldon's dad in it. He's enjoyable.
He's like I said, there's some potential there, but they're going to.
Don't underestimate the writers.
They're going to. Yeah, these are the same people that created Big Bang Theory.
Well,
Jason.
you know. I'm trying. Trying to be positive lately. What else we got, Blake?
Randall Holt actually is finally getting around to watching Luke Cage.
Well, that's good.
You know, after you guys have been talking about it for 2 years.
Yes.
He said, I got through the first 10 episodes of Luke Cage last week. Pretty good. Diamondback is kind of underwhelming. Alfred Woodward is... Alfred. I thought that was like a typo. He's like missing a D or something.
Nope.
Alfred couldn't afford a D. Woodward is good in it.
Well, she probably doesn't want to be known as Alfred. So.
Well, you see, I still haven't gotten around to Luke Cage, even though I've listened to these guys talk about it for a year.
Luke Cage is damn good. It was a little underwhelming at the end because, again, I didn't like how they switched the bad guy. I was kind of bored by him. But I love the Luke Cage character.
I thought of all the Defenders shows. I thought that was the best.
Daredevil could be the best, but it drags on. It drags.
Well, season 2 of Daredevil, pretty much anything involving Elektra really hurt that show.
The Mystics part of it, I didn't like at all. I didn't like the Mystical
Elektra,
part.
one of the most underwhelming characters ever to be put on film or television. Because every time she's in something, the character I
beg to differ. Elektra the movie was really damn good.
you can still try and believe that, but no one else does.
No, it wasn't.
So what Jim is saying is that she's been too grounded.
No, it's just that
They don't know how to write.
the character has never been.
God, I made an electricity joke. You guys fucking...
I get it. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Elektra grounded.
Grounded Elektra.
But Elektra isn't electricity.
Anyways, moving on. Still finding our footing, people. Still finding our footing. What else we got here, Blake?
I didn't get any laughs off Stunt Dick 1. I'm still kind of perplexed by that.
Because you sped right by it. You said Stunt Dick 1. And then moving on. So.
Never mind.
Oh, we didn't ask that. Jason was gone for that.
I don't know.
Ooh, speaking of Stunt Dick 1.
Oh,
Stunt cock.
Yes,
I
Nick.
feel like this should be in a prairie.
Time for Nick Albright.
Oh, Nick. You know how Jeff likes
Thank
it.
you.
Jefferino.
Yeah.
How would you rank the two
Oh,
G.I. Joe films?
twosome, baby.
Well, considering the first G.I. Joe film was the worst
So good.
film I've probably ever seen.
So damn good.
The fact that it came out like 3 years after Team America World Police spoofed it. And the 20 minutes I saw of the second G.I. Joe film wasn't as bad. I'll put the second one better than the first
Didn't
one.
they make a third one? I guess they didn't, but I thought maybe they were in talks to do it.
I don't know the third one. I know they were kind of hoping that like
The Rock
could turn it into a franchise, but
So there's two franchises The Rock could not turn around: Baywatch and G.I. Joe.
Baywatch didn't even.
I don't think Baywatch would really be a franchise because I never saw him make more than one movie.
No, but the studio did. Rock may not have, but the studio did. Did you see Baywatch?
But didn't-
Parts of it.
I
Did-
wanted to see it.
Didn't The Rock turn around the Journey to the Center of the Earth?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope. He didn't. Fast and Furious, he did.
did he turn it around, or was it good?
He
Not
kind of gave it a
because of
different.
him, but
He did a different thing.
I don't know. I haven't seen any since the second.
I've seen clips. Speaking of Nick Albright, Amazon Prime, or whatever their day thing is, like their same-day delivery to our window, came
Amazon
to the
Prime.
Bob Studios last night.
Oh, shit.
And Nick Albright delivered a package. For his biggest fan, your biggest fan delivered
Oh, Prime Now.
some Prime Now.
Oh God.
Unfortunately, he now knows where the Bob Studios is, so he's going to be out there with Doctor Number One with his sign. And where's your bag?
Oh God, should I be worried?
Hold on,
You
we're
should.
going to do some live here.
Oh God! If you're gonna do Facebook Live, hold the phone steady. How many people get motion sickness watching you with the Facebook Live video?
You know what, Blake?
Ask his wife who
not
gets
nice.
motion sickness around him.
He gets Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Call me Michael J. Fox.
Actually, I have to apologize. Our Nick Albright music this week.
Yeah.
It's called, Sex Musically H2O. Required a special sign-in. That's why it quit so early.
That's what she said.
But it's got two.
Oh yeah, you didn't read the hashtag.
Uh-oh. That's right. The hashtag is knowing is a third of the battle.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, Nick, you're still wrong.
Here we go, starring live video.
All right, I'm opening my gift from Amazon Prime now.
I think that's going to kill somebody. This is from Nick Albright, #1 fan.
Delivered to the Bob Studios.
What do we got here?
Anthrax.
Prime Now.
We're all screwed.
We got Simply Cheesy Puffs.
Never good.
What kind?
White cheddar.
Okay.
Cheetos.
Okay.
Oh, and the game of code names.
Well, look at that.
I was being worried, Nick.
That is a very beautiful gift. Look at that.
Code names.
You know what? I think Nick Albright might be up for a floppy this year.
Ooh.
I think he's trying to tell you your
saying?
code name is White Cheddar Cheesy Puff.
Jeff, let me see that game for a second. I'm going to put that on here. That was a hell of a present. He did tweet me a private message and said, I was just going to send Cheetos for Jeff, and I thought that would be kind of creepy. That was the only thing showing up. So he got a game out of it. So, good job, Nick. We appreciate that. Also, if you would like to bribe your way to floppies, we're going to start the floppy polls here soon on our Bad Ideas podcast, Bad Ideas Twitter podcast page. So, Riverdale, best comic book super show of the year.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
So, just letting you know.
And Riverdale is so bad, it won't even be in the top 25 comic book TV show of the year.
Anyways, moving on. So that's a nice present from Nick. Our
is a
fans
nice
are
present.
awesome. They give us more presents than we know what to do with.
I hope you don't have anything going on this weekend, Jay, because we got game night now.
I guess we got game night. And you better bring those Cheetos over.
We're going to eat those right now.
Well, those won't make it to your house. What else we got, Blake? Let's wrap this sucker up.
We got from Pop Culture Cafe.
Okay.
Who will be the first non-Marvel DC female superhero to hit the big screen? And the way this was written, I thought it was a trick question because it was the first non-Marvel DC female superhero. I'm like, wasn't that Wonder Woman?
Well, this question got answered today. Red Sonja,
Red
Sonja.
Red Sonja.
she might be coming,
Is she a superhero?
Again?
and
Well,
the other
no.
one is Vampirella.
Vampirella?
Yeah, there you go. She might be showing up now.
Well, the answer was Barbed Wire. That was done 15
That's
years ago.
With Pamela Anderson?
Pamela
Yeah,
Anderson.
not well.
You didn't say a good movie.
That was Stan Lee that did that, didn't he? He created Stripperella.
Stripperella, yeah. I didn't say
Oh, you said
Stripper-
Barbed
I said
Wire. I'm
Barbed
sorry.
Wire.
I'm sorry. Stripperella is my pick. I hope that's the next one that comes up. Oh God. Okay, what else we got?
And then to wrap it all up from Professor Number One and Doctor Number One, he let us know that Snoop Dogg is hosting the Joker's Wild.
Oh.
1, what is this world coming to? And 2, will you be watching as I will?
No, I actually caught a round of Snoop Dogg hosting the Joker's Wild, and
Snoop Dogg presents the Joker's Wild.
Yeah.
Is the name.
it's not good. It's not.
I'm waiting for Dr. Dre to do Card Sharks. I'm waiting for that. I love Card Sharks. We polled 100 housewives, and here's their answer.
I'm waiting for the hologram of Tupac to do Press Your Luck.
No whammies, no whammies.
Oh, what do whammies on that look like?
Gunshots.
Yeah.
No whammies. Oh.
All the women get taken out in drive-bys.
But now you can't sit there and say you pulled 100 housewives, because isn't that sexist and patriarchal?
No, that was back in the 80s.
Yeah, I'm just saying you have to update it and be like, we pulled
Was it 70s?
we pulled 100 stay-at-home
The
parents.
80s, yeah.
I think it was early.
Yeah.
It started in the 70s.
Might have started, but
I'll find out for you.
I think it was the 70s. I think it started late 70s, early 80s.
That was seriously one of my favorite shows, just because they had the big cards.
Yeah,
you
giant
had to
cards.
say higher or lower.
It was-
Higher or
yeah,
lower.
it's just basically betting on war, basically.
Yeah.
You know, the
1978
card
to
game.
1981.
I was right.
Yeah.
Late 70s,
It
early
lasted
80s.
longer than that, or different incarnations.
You know, you just keep watching the repeats, the
Maybe-
reruns.
maybe it was
That was
back
in
in the
syndicates.
Syndicated shows.
Bob Eubanks.
It was Bob.
After a while, when you kept getting those 100 housewife questions right, didn't you suspect something was up?
What was the TV show in the mid 80s that they had the picture start coming out? Not Pictionary, but they had it like on big classic concentration. That's what it was.
Oh,
Do you remember
okay.
that one? I always
Wasn't
liked
that
that
also
one.
hosted by Alex Trebek?
I can check.
Or at least
on
the
that one.
80s version? Because I know there was concentration that was before, like in the 60s or something. But
I always liked that game.
that's the one where you had to uncover the board and the little rebus pictures came up.
Yeah, you had the numbers,
Yeah.
and then you took it out. Yep. Let's see. That was from 1958 to 73.
The original run.
Syndication from 73 to 78.
All right, and then there was a remake of that in the 80s.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Hold on. Let's see here. Special Squares. It was on NBC originally. So, I'll get you some more stuff. 73, 78. It had to be in there. Oh, it's 87, 91. There you go.
87
Classic
to 91.
concentration.
Yes, classic concentration. Was it Alex Trebek or?
Let's see here. Gene Wood was the announcer. And Alex Trebek as the host.
All right.
Yes. And Diana Taylor was the series prize model. So just let you know. I'm sure she did a lot.
She was the Vanna White.
Yes. The poor man's
Remember when on what was that talent show thing from the 80s with
Gone
Star
Show.
Search? Star Search?
Yeah.
Remember when they had the spokesmodel category?
I do not, but now I'm intrigued by this.
It's like, oh yes, you can walk across the stage and point.
You're the auto trader sale.
It's like, well, and your goal is to be, groped by Bob Barker on the.
Yeah,
Price is Right?
didn't they also have the casting couch, winner?
And that's politically incorrect these days because they've actually been caught.
Oh no, it's not a casting couch anymore. It's called sofa bed.
Harvey Weinstein and Brett Ratner were the judges. Anyways, that's your
Good thing they caught all the problems in Hollywood with those three guys.
Yeah.
Everybody else is completely innocent of any allegations. and
That's
charges.
right. That's right.
Yeah, well, it puts whole song Celebrity Skin back into perspective.
All I'm saying is, as long as it gets Kevin James on House of
Puts
Cards, I'm all
all
for
into
it.
perspective. I don't even know what that means.
Again, as long as it gets Kevin James on House of Cards, I'm all for it. That's the one thing I could get behind with Kevin James.
You know who's behind all of this? I bet it's Scientology.
Down the hall.
But you're talking about whole. I mean, Courtney Love is probably the one person who probably tried to get on the casting couch, and everybody turned her down.
Well, first of all, when your life is so full of substance abuse,
Allegedly.
she's had a rough time, and your husband commits suicide,
She killed her
and
husband.
the bed
That's a legend.
and alleged. It goes from. It's pretty funny as I heard it explained a couple weeks ago. It'd be Courtney Love. You go from that moment where you raise your skirt on stage and everybody cheers to where you raise your skirt on stage and everybody tells you no, stop.
People cheered her even then?
Yeah, back then.
Early days. And
Yeah, early days, and all that
Still
kind of stuff.
pretty, yeah.
Skank.
And
I like the
she was still kind of skanky and all that kind of stuff, but she had some good
Skanky
music
chic.
early out there. Skanky chic.
Well, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy some of the songs they put out. That doesn't mean I want
Well,
to
yeah.
See
Well,
her
yeah, well, the
skirt all
song
time.
"Celebrity Skin" is actually pretty good. It's one of my favorite songs that she did, and it also puts into perspective. TMZ dug up that old audio video footage of her saying, "Yeah, you have any advice for up and coming stars?" And he's like, "Yeah, Weinstein invites you to the something garden for a party. Don't go."
Here you go. You said, what's her name? What's her whole
Courtney Love?
Courtney Love.
Yeah, Courtney
she's
Love.
skanky. Who do you pick? You have to have sex with one of them. Courtney Love or Mick Jagger.
Well, Mick Jagger's got the
Courtney
moves.
Love, if that was
Okay,
my
Steven
options.
Tyler. How about Steven Tyler?
Still,
Dude looks like a Meemaw.
What do you think? That's a tough one.
I think I would still
looks
pick
like a
Courtney
grandma.
Love.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, it's unprotected.
dude looks like a grandma.
It's unprotected.
What? Dude looks like a grandma.
Neither.
Yeah.
I don't think either way you're still getting STD from either of them.
Yeah, I'm like-
You hope by this time Steven Tyler has just his body has killed every disease.
No, you'd have to take like Courtney Love, who is like disease-ridden,
Uh-huh.
and put him with like a hideous-looking guy who has no diseases.
Mick Jagger. No, wait, hold on. We
Jagger's
can't
got
confirm
plenty
he's
of
got.
diseases.
Justin Bieber?
No,
He's got diseases too.
I'm trying. That's a tough call.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Kevin James?
Kevin James. He's probably disease free.
I was going to say Dan Schneider.
I was going to say.
Hey.
I was going to say Adam Sandler.
He's probably got diseases.
No. Okay. Well, anyways, there's your news of the geek. Oh, I'm sorry. Whatever we doing.
That was listener feedback.
Oh, we got one good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, our listener feedback this week was no way, inspired, contrived, or manipulated behind the scenes by Russia.
Who is the sponsor of
Russia.
Russia.
Okay, good job. One good thing. We take one bad thing and we try to find one good thing out of it. This week, The Polar Express, the most horrible Christmas movie of all time.
I got it for me.
We gotta find one good thing about it. Jim, what's yours?
I never saw it.
Damn you. Jeff, I know this is your favorite Christmas movie, so it's gotta
I
be
suppose I will say, was it the opening scene when the ticket was flapping
Yes.
through? That wasn't bad.
Okay.
Like watching the ticket, the
Fly.
because there wasn't any motion capture people in that.
Yeah, it's true.
that scene. As soon as motion capture people came in, it like creeped. That might be the most creepy movie I've ever seen.
Mine is I'm going to say the train looked good. The outside of the train. Because there's no creepy CGI people at that point. So the train looked fun.
So the one good thing is any scene without the creepy CGI people.
Yes, yes. God, that movie was creepy. Have you ever seen it, Blake? The movie?
I'm with Jim. Almost with Jim. I haven't seen it in its entirety,
Okay, good man.
but I know if it's coming out, that means better Christmas movies are on the way.
Yes, the Hallmark special.
There you go.
The Hallmark Christmas movies are up 27% this year, and they said it's because people are just so depressed with the world right now. They want to just find something they don't even want to think about.
I saw what they were advertising. There's like 21 or 25 brand new Hallmark Christmas movies
Yes.
this year. Do they always put out that many a year?
That would be something from Annalise that we would have to ask from
that's
Dark
like
Angels
almost
Pretty
an
Feet.
entire month's worth of new movies.
Well, yeah. And I did see one last week with Rex Manning. I was excited. Rex Manning was in
yeah,
it.
someone called you out for that. Was it
Yes.
Des? Des
Yes.
called you
Yes,
out?
yes, he did.
It's like, the man has a name.
No, he doesn't. It's Rex Manning.
Maxwell Caulfield.
Mon amour. Mon amour.
Well,
It was
I like
not
Max
good.
Greenfield better.
It was not good.
okay. And if you're going to refer to him as something other than Maxwell Caulfield, then refer to him as the Cool Rider.
No.
What's that from?
Grease 2.
Oh, okay.
I want a cool rider.
There's no Cool Rider Day.
Cool
There is a Rex Manning Day.
Rider.
Well, time for News of the Geek.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
We'll get to the first one. We'll skip that one until next week. Goosebumps was somehow an unexpected movie hit.
Well,
blending-
Jack Black was in it, right?
Yeah. The story involved a group of teenagers accidentally unleashing all the monsters from the books of reclusive author R.L. Stine, played by Jack Black.
He read that one right.
Thank you. And needing to recapture them. However, now it looks like Sony is trying to keep costs on the sequel low by not inviting Jack Black back to the show, to the movie. According to Variety, studio has hired Rob Lieber from Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Oh, that's a good sign. To pen the latest draft of the screenplay. And this draft doesn't include the Stein character. The first film grossed 150 million worldwide, but cost about 58 million to make, and they're hoping to cut costs since Jack Black makes between 6 to 8 million on a salary for a movie.
Oh, that's really
Yeah, is
expensive.
that really going to break the bank?
I was gonna say leading actors usually get 20 million a flick, don't they?
Goosebumps 2 was slated for a September 2018 release date, but with neither a finished script nor a cast in place, it's looking more likely that Sony will have to push the release date back. Director Rob Letterman is slated to return to the director's chair. I heard decent things about the first one. They said it was okay.
I would like to hear what the Sony execs have to say about this.
Can we get Torch Boy? Jack Black's too expensive. Get Torch Boy in here.
Kevin James is only $2 million. Can we replace him? Just put Jack instead of Jack Black, put Kevin James. Same people, right?
I hear Kevin Spacey's willing to pay us to be in the movie.
Oh, I can't. A movie with kids. I'm in. Get out, Kevin. Get out. Get out. How dare you? But you have to capture the monster and the kids. I mean the monsters. The monsters. I meant the monsters. I don't know where I'm going. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, kids. Capture the monster.
They're all in my basement.
So now it's become a NAMBLA metaphor, this movie.
How about if we make the people under the stairs next? Let's remake that. Kevin, get out. Get out, Spacey. But I'm a treasure. You have to open my chest.
Kevin Spacey is now Michael Jackson.
You know, I approve.
Anybody want to see K-Pax 2? Nobody want to see K-Pax the first one, Kevin. Okay.
I actually like
God bless my
K-Pax.
parents. God bless my parents. But they saw K-Pax years ago when it first came out, and they loved it so much that they kept talking about this movie. And for Christmas that year, I think every one of us got that movie for a gift. And it was like, why did you buy me K-Pax? Oh, you'll love it.
Did you watch K-Pax?
I did watch K-Pax.
You're supposed to pay it forward. That's why they got it for
No,
you.
that was a different movie.
No, that was Pay It Forward.
Oh! Oh, yeah, I got the two movies confused.
You definitely
It's
missed the
in
plot.
the title.
Oh, yeah.
Plot's in the title. It's like
It's got to
K-Pax
step
2.
up to the streets.
The plot's in the title. They're in the streets.
K-Pax, that had Kaiser Sose in it, didn't it?
Yes.
He had a limp. He ate bananas. That's all I remember with the peel.
With the peel on.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Which kind of makes it extra creepy now that you know all the other things.
And it was real bright. Like
Yeah,
the
it
sun,
was.
so I'll just wear their sunglasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's never do that one again.
So, the life of David Gale.
Maybe he should be executed. Anyway, Stranger Things creators, the Duffer Brothers. I saw the first episode and a half. I got started it.
All right.
I enjoyed it. I really miss the characters. It's kind of fun to go back.
I have a long holiday weekend, and my goal is to try and get through it.
Yeah. You won't have to try to get through it. Trust me.
Yeah, as soon as it goes, it goes.
Yeah. But you don't know the
Wisdom of the crowd.
challenges I have to put up with in order to try and get
Oh, that's true.
get to
That is
watch
true. Does your father-in-law still have dial-up?
it. It has Cincinnati Bell's DSL. Yes.
Father, I'm trying to watch Stranger Things. Get off the phone. I can't.
And the remote to the smart TV is missing, so you can't update. You can't get the program updated so it'll connect to the Wi-Fi.
If it makes you feel better, I just picture you live with the Costanzas. It's kind of fun. George! Did he talk to you about how a brawl works? There's a B cup.
It's a man's ear.
No. There's a B cup. There's a C cup. There's a D cup. Take the clasp in the back. Anyways, moving on. Stranger Things creators, the Duffer Brothers, plan to conclude the hit Netflix series with 4 seasons. An interview with Vulture. Matt and Ross Duffer said season 3 is coming and spoke about how long they see their 80s nostalgia fest running. We think it'll be 4 seasons, a 4-season thing, and then out. Matt chimed in, we have to just keep adjusting the we just have to keep adjusting the story, but noted that he's not sure if they can justify something bad happening to them once a year. It's probably a good thing.
Every Halloween, something bad happens.
Every D&D session?
Did the first one take place in the Halloween?
Right after Halloween?
Oh, that's right, because it is 1 year after. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I haven't gotten to the on Halloween night yet.
I'm trying to remember, was did it take place on Halloween, or was it right after? It was like Halloween in the first season.
I don't remember. I don't remember it being in the first season.
I thought it was after Halloween, but
Okay.
Is D&D in this one?
Very. Well, they don't actually play any D&D.
Okay.
they talk about it.
Okay.
They do read one of the books.
Okay. I was just wondering because, like I said, I'm only an episode and a half in, and they haven't shown anything with it, so I was wondering.
And you're invited to play D&D with us next time we get together.
You talking Jim or me?
Do you?
Oh, okay.
You could cry that you're never invited. I'm inviting you now on the recording.
I'm busy. When is it?
He's got to wash his
Whenever
hair.
you're not busy.
I'm pretty booked. I got a lot of work to do with the floppies.
Your son said he'd join us.
He actually would. That Lost Woods, we continue to play that, and he really likes it. It's a really fun... Even my wife likes that game.
I'm glad.
It's a very enjoyable game.
All right, heck with you then. Just have your wife and son come over
They probably would.
on our next session.
They probably would.
You stay home.
Quickies. Per comicbookmovie.com. Brian Michael Bendis has been with Marvel Comics for what feels like forever. He created the Ultimate Universe with Ultimate Spider-Man. He basically gave life to Miles Morales. Not to mention Jessica Jones, The New Avengers, and stories which supposedly completely changed the landscape of Marvel. He's working on Iron Man and the Miles Morales version of the Spider-Man. But it looks like it's all going to come to an end sooner than later. DC Comics signed him today. And Bendis, he has signed an exclusive contract with the company and will presumably start wrapping up his Marvel work in the future. The contract is multi-year, so he basically is going to be shaping the DC universe going forward.
I'm sure he got a crap load of money.
I want to know how much that
DC.
money is.
Yeah.
A lot,
Millions per year, you think?
easily.
I would think
Yeah,
so.
I would think so. To shape the whole universe is pretty
Because
much
he had
what
some
they're-
input, too, on the Marvel Cinematic Universe, too, a little bit.
Oh, yeah. He
So-
was one of their top minds.
It's like, no thanks. I'm stuck. I've got full, creativity here for the Ultimate Universe and Ultimate Spider-Man. I just don't think you can lure me away from Marvel. How much?
Back
okay.
money.
That truck is backing up right now. Okay,
I'm in.
I would think he's been there a long time. Say, I don't know exactly how long. Say more than 10 years, probably 20 even.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think he was there in the 90s.
Yeah, so you figure, I think he probably is just like, I need some new characters to work with. I don't disagree with him on doing that. I
No
don't,
character to work with. He can create whatever he wants.
yeah, but like, I mean,
It's the money. He's going for the money.
Oh, I don't disagree. But I think at part 2, you're like, I would like to see what I could do with Batman. I'd like to see what I could do with Wonder Woman. Aquaman. Ugh. He's got to be able to escape the 6 rings. He's got to.
He's never been stopped by 6 rings.
Did everybody see the trailer for the Aquaman TV show? Okay, so Blake linked me on it.
sent
We
it
gotta
to
put
you,
on-
yes.
We got to put this on the History of Bad Ideas Facebook page.
From one of our favorite Facebook people we follow.
Al Norton's Two TiVo's Paradise.
That's right.
We interviewed him a while back.
Did I miss this?
Yes.
Oh,
It was just
CW.
today.
okay.
CW years ago was making an Aquaman show.
Oh,
it was coming
back
out
on
of Smallville.
Smallville,
But it was
okay.
a different character playing him.
Oh, it wasn't the same character
It
from
was
Smallville?
the Hollywood actor in This Is Us. That was a young version. That was
Oh,
him.
he played Green Arrow in Smallville.
Oh, did he?
Justin
I didn't know
Hartley.
that. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Well, he was playing Aquaman.
I do remember that.
They didn't get Vinny Chase.
They didn't get Vinny Chase.
Ving Rhames was in it. And this movie, or this trailer for the TV show, I don't know, how would you describe it?
Hardcore,
Rock?
Parkour?
And cheesy? Parkour.
hardcore gay community.
What?
Well, they showed him run, with his
It was a
shirtless, with his lot of male skin.
A lot of
Yes.
skin. It was very interesting. I don't know. It could have been the greatest thing ever or the worst thing ever. We're going to link it though.
Probably leaning towards worse.
Yes, but he was not the greatest actor at that time. So yeah, it was kind of funny though. I was excited about this when they announced it. I remember seeing that trailer years ago, and I completely forgot about it until it was brought up today. So
But you said he's topless, a lot of skin. Again, I imagine Aquaman in any form isn't going to be like us, where he's ashamed to wear a t-shirt on. So there better be some skin.
I don't know. In the comic books, he always wears the orange shirt with the long sleeve.
He wears the dry fit.
And the green tighty.
The one comment is in the trailer. He goes, "I can talk to the." It's like the dolphins are talking to me, and the girlfriend's like, "You can talk to fish now? They're mammals, people. Come on!" Of course, it does open with his mom flying a plane with him in it, and she's the voiceover, and she's like something like, "I never thought my life would end like this," and something else, and like her last words to Aquaman was, her son goes, "Do good." And that was it. She floats on top of the plane into the Bermuda Triangle under the water.
I thought it was beware of dolphin rape.
It's not funny. It's not funny. It happens more than you know.
It happens more than you know.
I saw King of the Hill.
That's what it was on.
Yes.
Dolphins are very mean
They're not always the
mammals.
nicest.
They're not always the nicest. That's right.
Okay. Let's see here. Lord of the Rings TV show might be coming.
This pisses me off.
Why?
Because the movies were good enough.
Are they good enough?
What are you gonna do with the TV version of Lord of the Rings?
I don't know. Let's wait to see it come out before we tell them it's
Oh,
bad.
no,
Makes it somebody
it's already been done.
Maybe something different. Maybe,
Tom Bombadil.
yeah. Expand on the story. Maybe post, see what Sam's like.
What you do? What Peter Jackson didn't expand on that story enough for everybody?
No, he didn't, because it should have been 6 movies.
Oh my God!
No, The Hobbit he expanded way
Yeah.
too
Yeah,
much.
Is this the Cape?
But
No, I want to see Dragonlance get the treatment before Lord of the Rings because they already had a great movie trilogy.
well,
out of
you're
it.
right about that. They should look into some if they want to do high fantasy. There's
Yeah.
plenty out there they can do.
but
without doing
this is
something
Hollywood.
that's
They're
been
gonna
done
go. They're gonna
recently.
go with the safe. It's already been done before and whatever.
Okay.
Well, the problem with that is when they did try to do something might end up on Jim's list or something. The Shannara show was
Yeah, Elf Stones and Shannara. Well, the problem was MTV did it. That's where your problems start.
Well, did you see Amazon, which is
If MTV's sponsoring any TV show, you know it's going to
It's
be
no longer on MTV. It's now
Shit.
on
Freeform.
Freeform or FX.
I did see it change networks.
Yeah,
you
I think
see-
it's FX.
Did you see the Runaways? Marvel's Runaways
Yeah.
is switching channels next year because Freeform does not have any space to put it on.
It's on Freeform.
Yeah.
I thought it was on.
That's because they have so many repeats of Young and Hungry.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be on Young and Hungry. Okay,
Don't! No! It's good, Jim.
this is
It
one
was
right
on
over-
Freeform, but they said they don't have enough space, so Marvel said, fine, we're moving it to another channel.
So it was already on.
It's on now. I think it's starting next week.
Okay.
So they got one
For
season.
some reason, I
that's
thought
it.
it was on Hulu.
No, it's on Freeform. So, also, Amazon said they're ponying up, or they're trying to pony up $200 million for the Lord of the Rings rights.
Yeah, that's just the rights. That's not the production
Nope.
costs.
Nope.
I'd say no, thank you.
Netflix would like to, but they're $700 billion in debt. So they're like, do you take IOUs? It's just as good as money.
That Disney's screwing us over now. Stupid Disney.
We,
Was it South Park who did the Netflix show? Netflix is making a show. They'll give anybody money.
Oh yeah.
just to let you know, this episode is sponsored by Netflix. Catch Hobie, the live studio show on Netflix soon.
Except when they got bad press, so they stopped doing Coon and Friends.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we'll put you on. We'll go straight to you know,
2-year deal.
straight to a deal. What is it? Oh, what, Coon and Friends? Oh no, we'll have to get back to you.
Aren't you the kids that?
Poop on?
I'm missing South Park here.
And you missed South Park.
Yeah, so there you go. Also look for Hobie on Netflix. We took over Chelsea Handler's spot. Their $500 million deal with her is finally done.
$500
No,
million.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We're getting pads from them. That's a good deal.
We are faces for Netflix. Let's see. There's your news of the geek.
Do you ever
ever wonder when Spider-Man goes to the bathroom if the toilet paper sticks to his fingers?
Do you ever wonder why Superman wears his underwear outside of his pants?
My name is Imran.
My name is Anthony.
He's the Jock.
And he's the nerd.
And we're your hosts for the Jock and Nerd podcast, where we sometimes try to attempt to answer these questions.
This is a full spoiler podcast, and we swear a lot.
Check it out for awesome geek news, interviews, and comic book reviews. Visit jockandnerd.com. We are your superhero TV, movies, and comic book culture curators.
Boom.
Jockandnerd.com. Jock and Nerd!
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
I don't have any big bombs to speak of this week.
Not really, because we already talked about Geostorm.
Oh, yeah. Geostorm.
No one else is.
And we'll talk about it again, because it's still in the top 5.
Yes.
Number 1 this week, Thor: Fraggle Rock, made $121 million in its opening weekend on a budget of $180 million. So, I'm sure worldwide it's got its money back.
It's at $350 million, I think, worldwide.
Probably.
I think it is.
Because all the Led Zeppelin fans are running out to see the movie.
The soundtrack was awesome. I will say that.
2, A Bad Mom's Christmas made $17 million in its opening weekend on a $28 million budget.
Right in line with their studio expectations, they said.
Okay. I don't think that's something that'll get a lot of international play, though, will it?
No, probably not. No. But it does have Mila Kunis.
And Kristen Bell.
Sorry.
Jigsaw made $7 million, a total of $29 million on a $10 million budget.
They said that is not... Obviously, they're making profit, but they said not as much as they thought. My issue is it came out, I think, like 3 days before Halloween. It's like... You cut your season down.
You
Do
gotta
it like
give 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 to 3 weeks. Nobody's seeing a scary movie in November.
Some people are.
A redone one that has had 8 sequels in November.
Tyler Perry 2, or Tyler Perry's Boo 2, a Medea Halloween made another $5 million. Total of $43 million on a $25 million budget.
You know how bad this one is, the original? I never saw the original. I watched CinemaSins when they make fun of the
Oh, okay.
I couldn't even get through that.
Wow.
A show that they make fun of the movie, I couldn't even get through 8 minutes of it. And they fast forward a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, they do the movie in 8 minutes.
This was 15 minutes, and my God, I couldn't.
There were a lot of sins to count.
Yes.
Hey, but as long as Tyler Perry, as long as he's making money, he's going to keep doing it.
Yes, he is.
If I was him, I would too.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, I'm not faulting him at all for finding a way to make money. I'm faulting people who are giving him the money to watch him do what...
Hey, Jeff. Boo. Boo, too.
Did you just go to
That should not be funny, but it was.
Boo, too.
Boo, too.
Did you just go to a haunted house?
Boo.
Oh, $8, please.
2.
And number 5 is Geostorm, crapping out with another $3 million, a total of $29 million on a $120 million budget.
We got a review of this film from one of our listeners, Jason.
All right.
Not me.
All right, listener Jason.
I watched Geostorm. It's worse than Mr. Magoo. I can't express in words how truly bad it was. The special effects were weak as hell. It was twice as bad as the John Cusack and Dennis Quaid weather movies.
Ooh.
Wow.
There's your review of Geostorm. My comment is, why are you paying to see Geostorm?
I don't think he did.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't.
Okay.
He watched that at work.
We don't condone that. Anyways, moving on. I like how everybody, Pop Culture Podcast, there's his bar of the worst movie is Virus.
Oh.
Jason was Mr. Magoo. That's pretty. I like how everybody has a barometer of like what their lowest point is. Mine's X versus Sever, or The Dog of Flanders.
I really thought Jason's was his worst movie. That was Envy, though.
Oh,
Envy was.
that was on TV the other day. Okay, Envy might be it. Envy might be it. Duplex is worse too. Oh God.
I think I was going to say, I mentioned it earlier, G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra.
Worse than Transformers?
Yes,
Yeah, it was.
it was.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's Cobra Commander.
Well, that's the thing. You have 40 years of scripts and stories to use. And you throw all of that out the window and just make up stuff that doesn't... I mean, why call it G.I. Joe? Because it's not G.I. Joe that you made, because they didn't follow any of the
backstory,
the canon story that they made.
But they used like 7 of the characters.
Do you think?
But they weren't really the characters.
No.
Do you think Geostorm was actually the G.I. Joe 3 script, and then G.I. Joe 2 failed, and they just got rid of the G.I. Joe characters?
Machine,
yep.
So,
Thinking. What we got upcoming, Jeff?
upcoming on November 10th, 2017, Murder on the Orient Express.
I went to see Thor with your sister, well, Jim and Jeff's sister, and that preview came on, and I looked at her, I said, I'd really like to see it, and I think it would be good. I think it's going to bomb at the box office, though. I don't think there's much of an audience for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I love Agatha Christie stories. Mm-hmm. I loved reading this book. I enjoyed the 60-ish, well, the original...
1974.
Was it that? Oh, I thought it was earlier than that. But okay, 1974. I enjoyed that version.
Nice job, Jeff. You're Blake, 1974.
Don't know if it needs to be redone, but I think I'll enjoy watching this.
Are you going to go see it at theaters?
Probably not the theaters, because I still want to hope to catch... no, I saw that. Blade Runner, if it's still out, which I don't know if it is, and then I still want to see Thor.
It may be tough to catch Blade Runner because it was on one showing
on an iPhone.
Yeah.
Jimmy's iPhone in the lobby.
And he just stood
Exactly.
up. And you gotta watch.
Yeah, you're gonna have to look really hard for it, but if you can find it, do it this weekend. It may be the last chance.
Do they still have the second run theaters in town?
I have no idea.
Could be, yeah. You may have to go on the opposite side of town.
I know the one on this in our neighborhood or whatever, our second run theater closed down
Yeah.
A while ago.
What else is coming out, Jeff?
Well, and then also the Murder Orient. That's also a Kenneth Branagh production. Yeah.
Did he direct it too? As long as
I don't know what Jack, I
was
think
starring
he
it.
Yeah.
It looks like a good cast.
It's an all-star cast. Yes.
Which I think that 74 was an all-star cast too.
Yeah, at the
Yeah,
time.
he did direct it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the story it lends itself to getting big name people for this.
Yeah.
Michael Green wrote it. He's known for Green Lantern.
Oh, you mean it wasn't Agatha Christie?
She's on there too. She's on.
Based on a story by or
He's known for Green Lantern, Logan, and Alien Covenant.
Oh, Logan was good.
So 1 out of 3 isn't bad.
I haven't seen Alien
I'm
Covenant.
going to say 1 out of 3 isn't bad. What else is coming out?
And also coming out is Daddy's Home.
Will Ferrell. Mark
2.
Wahlberg.
Oh, 2. That's
2.
2.
Damn it.
You left the 2 off.
I don't know if you guys...
Is it about time that we stop letting Will Ferrell make movies?
As soon as he doesn't have his Netflix contract yet, so he's still going to be making them in theaters.
Some trailers came out this week, too, before we get to quick things. 50 Shades Freed just came out. Meg's favorite movie.
Ooh.
Franchise. The tagline is, don't miss the climax.
Boo.
I'm not kidding. And Peter Rabbit. The teaser trailer came out for it.
They're making Peter Rabbit into a feature-length
Because,
movie?
let me tell you, I'm hoping Popeye comes out after that, because this is really going to get the 80-year-old crowd
They
excited.
already did Popeye.
They never made it. The cartoon. I'm not talking the Robin Williams movie.
Is Peter Rabbit a cartoon that's coming out?
Yes. Yes.
I thought they were getting a real bunny to...
Yes.
With sharp,
tiny teeth.
Although somebody was talking about like, the whole stuff about the Lion King or whatnot, and they're talking about it's going to be live action. I'm like, I really don't think it is.
They really aren't going to have a lion there.
Yeah, I really don't think it's going to be live action. They don't even have a human in that story to speak of. So the whole thing is going to be CGI.
I just want to see the lion and the antelope and the zebra all in the same scene together. Real ones. I'm sure that will go over real fine. No issue at all.
And action.
No, it's the star! Why did the zebra kill the lion? I don't know. Okay.
Don't you mean it the other way around?
Nope. That's what I said. It's a twist. You didn't see that coming, did you?
M. Night Shyamalan was responsible for that one.
Well, they changed it how Mufasa dies. That's
By zebra.
oh, zebra. Not a stampede.
He killed him with a knife. He shivved him. He had it on his hoof.
And it really wasn't a zebra. It was an oversized hyena.
It was just a fat one.
Yeah.
In a zebra disguise, so they would blame the wrong animal.
And it was two hyena too. One for the front, one for the back.
Smart hyenas.
Oh, I was going to say Ed and Shenzi, but Ed wasn't the smart hyena. So
But Kevin Spacey's now laughing.
That's my head.
Bonsai and Chauncey. I suppose those are the smart ones.
Okay. What do you got buy sell here, Jeff?
Chris Hemsworth.
Buy. God, those abs.
Sell.
Could
I think he's high right now.
could lick ice cream off those abs.
I think after Thor is done, sell. You know.
I think he's going to do Red Dawn 2. So I think
Exactly. So sell
Sell now.
Does Red Dawn 2. Buy him back.
Buy
up
them back.
again.
That's right.
few more,
Sell high, buy low.
A few more Snow White stories.
Oh, God.
Huntsman stories. Yeah.
Well, maybe I'm selling. But those abs are so good. Whew.
Mark Ruffalo.
Sure, buy.
I think I would buy Mark Ruffalo.
I like him.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think he does well. One, Hollywood loves him.
Yeah.
People love him because he calls out some bullshit.
Yeah.
Although he did get in trouble for accidentally leaking the beginning of Thor.
He only had 10 minutes. It was just the sound on his phone.
He was doing Facebook Live at the premiere and forgot to turn off the phone when the movie started.
Yep.
All right, I'm
And then
buying
people
Ruffalo.
people who were like trying to get a hold of him, like, dude,
hold
you're
on.
still up. You're still alive.
Was it still a steadier video flow than Jason's Facebook
Well, it
Live?
was in his pocket, so yes.
Yes.
There's not much going on in the studio. I have to make some excitement.
Well, I told him I don't want to be on camera. So he has to go try to avoid getting me
Because
on
you have a face for
camera.
Netflix.
Yes.
A face for podcasting.
Oh, what else we got? Who else?
Mila Kunis.
Bye.
Bye.
Why is this a question?
I don't know. I mean, that's a universal
She has
buy.
abs.
I mean, she
has-
makes me want to buy bourbon, for fuck's sake.
God, yes, she does. When she's talking, oh.
You know what? I'm going to go back and change my list from last week because I don't think I put Mila Kunis on it.
I don't think so either.
She should have been.
She
She
makes
should've
me want to
been.
hate Ashton Kutcher more.
Oh, yeah, one bad thing about Mila
Is
Kunis.
she married to him?
Yes.
Oh, God.
And 2 kids?
Oh, dear
Kids,
God.
Yeah.
God.
Actually, Ashton Kutcher's a really good guy.
Yeah, but
He-
he's a terrible, terrible actor.
Yeah, you're right. He's not as good as acting, but a lot of his personal causes that he works for, especially against human trafficking,
Oh,
he's not somebody that just talks the talk. He walks the walk. He's actually very hands-on, involved in human trafficking, stopping, and awareness.
I'm glad you said stopping it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're talking about buying or selling Mila Kunis stuff.
Blake, as much as I hate her acting, Blake Lively's into that too.
right.
She does a lot of good with that. Now
And-
she only could afford an acting class. Breaking news: Tucker Barnhart won the Golden Glove today.
Yay! They got something right.
Any other Cincinnati Reds win?
No. And spoiler: supposedly AJ Styles beat Jinder Mahal tonight for the championship. Woo! Okay, moving on. Let's do some top 5.
That means top 5 time. Everyone's favorite top 5 music until Heno gets us our song. Now that you're a state senator or something, or city councilman, or
He's an
President.
honorable person now.
You know what
An
he is?
honorable Heno.
He's a floppy winner too.
That's right.
Co-floppy winner, but still a floppy winner.
I wonder if he used that in his campaign speech. Co-floppy winner.
You know what? Jason C. Brown puts
right.
guest of Hobie on his IMDb. We need to get him back.
That's
We
right.
need to reach out to him.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Good job, Blake. Moving on. What's our top 5 this week?
from Pam Morris.
Hey, Pam.
She wants us to do top 5 shows you watch that no one else is watching.
and that you should be watching. Come on, people. We've
you
done something.
should be watching?
Well, maybe.
Yeah, we've done this before,
We've
haven't
done
we?
something similar to this, but it was about a year and a half ago. So I thought it would be a good way to do it. New shows have come out, all that stuff. So, Jim, you can go. What's your number 5?
I'm going to go with The Good Place.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's my number 2
okay.
Said Cheers in Heaven.
with Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, in heaven.
Well, it's not actually Heaven. It's The Good Place.
Oh, it's a good place.
Yeah,
Trust me.
they don't do heaven and hell.
It's a good place and the bad place.
Oh, yeah,
But
that
there's no-
too, baby.
There's no middle place.
Whatever you want to
make
make.
station that goes between.
Whatever you want to make it be with
Well, there is a
Kristen
middle
Bell.
place.
Oh yeah, there is one person lived in the middle place.
Yeah, I'll go to the middle place. Anyways, Jeff, what's your number 5?
I don't have a number 5.
What?
I couldn't come up with 5 shows
Okay.
that I watch that other people don't.
Blake, what do you got?
I'm in the similar park with Jeff because you guys know my problem. I can't hardly watch anything.
So do you have any list?
I have 2.
Okay, good. My number 5 is Me, Myself, and I.
That's my number 1.
Jeff's done.
That's what she said. They're canceling it.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, not officially canceling it. They're pulling it from the air,
Yeah.
It's too late now.
but they're still recording. They're still in production.
Yeah.
Sure.
And they'll bring it back at a later date,
It'll be on Netflix.
which means...
I enjoy it.
You know what about that show that I really like?
What's that?
Is it's good-hearted,
Yes.
and normally good-hearted shows are bad, but it's still funny, and like usually with comedies and stuff like that, I was expecting there to be a lot of snarky people, and he's
I was expecting.
his mom gets remarried and they have to move across the country to move in with his dad and stepbrother, so I was assuming there was going to be stepbrother friction or whatnot.
I expected the same thing.
And it was like, yeah, they're like great friends, even though
Yeah.
they're different. And it's like
the stepdad is still nice.
Is like the best stepdad ever on television.
Yeah, the stepbrother. Like I said, the stepbrothers get along. Even the school, like it's not the greatest school because he
Yeah.
gets picked on, but it wasn't horrible. It's like this is actually kind of nice, and John Larroquette's kind of fun. And I like Ed Begley Jr. as the older brother. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah, in the
older
future.
stepbrother. Yeah, in the future. John Larroquette's
And you got oh crap, I forgot his name.
the main character.
No, Urkel.
Oh, Julia White. is in
Julia
it,
White
too.
is the best friend
Yes.
in the present day.
I've enjoyed it though. I'm kind of disappointed. I hope you get-
I was surprised that no one else was watching it. I was enjoying it, and I thought it was going on fine until I read the thing that they were pulling it. And the worst part is, you're not coming back when you are pulled for reruns.
Yes. Well,
Instead of a new show, they're showing reruns of The Big Bang Theory.
here's the other show that we watch. It's not great, but it's enjoyable, and it's getting canceled too because the ratings are so bad, or it will be. The Mayor. I've enjoyed The Mayor.
Yeah, I haven't seen The
I
Mayor.
haven't watched it.
It's enjoyable. My wife and I like it. We've watched like 6 new shows this year, like brand new shows. 5 of them were getting canceled. So I'm the kiss of death. My number 4. It's got decent reviews or decent following, but not great. Legends of Tomorrow. I really enjoyed that. It's another fun show. It's not as dark or serious as Arrow. It makes more sense than Flash.
I used
no,
to
it doesn't.
watch it.
It's
No.
time travel.
Yeah, I used to watch it, but it just got lumped into the WB shows, and I just kind of
CW?
dropped them all. CW shows.
Homeboys in Space. Do you not watch that anymore? WB.
Is it on the second season?
Hey, CW is
Okay,
the
I
continuation
guess I
of the
watched the first
WB
two.
network.
I've enjoyed it. It's not bad. Wentworth Miller is leaving the whole thing.
Yeah, I read that too.
That's a shame.
I didn't even know he was back.
I haven't seen him this year. So, what's your number 4, Jeff? Good. Okay, Jim, what's your number 4?
Okay.
You have a 4?
Oh, do you have a 4?
I have a 4.
Oh, you do? I'm sorry.
I said I couldn't come up with 5.
Okay, what's
He
your
doesn't have a
4?
1 or 2 now, but
Yeah, you took my 1 and 2s. No, number 4 is one. I don't know. I'm assuming people were watching this, but I just haven't found anybody. So I'm saying How to Get Away with Murder.
Oh.
I watch it. It's fun.
I haven't watched it. I pass over it, but
I saw the first episode. I thought, I'll get into this. Nah, I never did.
So what you're saying is a good thing a lot of people aren't actually watching that show because or else they would be getting away with murder.
That is true.
But
You think the
They're getting away with it.
murder rates would go up?
Yes. Yeah,
Would you
exactly.
know? Maybe they're just missing.
No, it's a good show and well acted and interesting, but seems like every season, there's some mystery. They kind of show you what's going to happen, and then it's the build up to what happens, and I enjoy it.
Okay. Jim, what's your number 4?
My number 4 was kind of like two. Like I hope we did kind of two together. It was Forged in Fire, but I think everybody watches that. And then the other one in history is that takes its place in time is The Curse of Oak Island.
Oh, Blake's favorite show.
I only wrote 2 down, and you just took one of the 2. Thanks, Jim.
No problem.
What number was that for you?
1.
Don't worry, they took my 1 and 2 already.
Because I've talked about this show. It's like, how they each segment they spend like 3 minutes rehashing what happened the last segment, and then like 1 minute of new material, and then like another 2 minutes of what's coming next.
You can always tell they didn't find anything.
But apparently,
It's so interesting that they haven't found anything. We keep watching.
but you know what? This season,
Oh, God.
they say they find something.
They get into the money pit this
Yes, yes.
The glory hole?
year. That starts tonight, doesn't it?
Oh God, I don't know. I gotta look it up now.
That was your... What was that, Jim?
That was my number 4.
I gotta go.
Number 3.
I gotta
Number
go.
3, I'm going to Netflix now, and I'm going to go with the show
Sorry,
Love.
Blake, what was that?
The show Love.
Well, I have to go secretly set this on the DVR so it doesn't get deleted.
Love? I never even heard of it.
It's on Netflix. Judd Apatow.
We saw first 3 episodes of that. It's not bad.
No, Jillian. What's her name
Anderson?
from Community?
Oh, Gillian Jacobs.
Gillian Jacobs. I don't even know who the guy is in it, but I kind of watch it, but I kind of don't like either character.
Yeah.
I don't feel much sympathy for him, but I still watch it.
Yeah, we were kind of in the same boat. We're like, it's Paul Rust is the other
Okay,
person.
yeah, Paul Rust.
Paul Rudd?
Yes. Paul Reiser.
That's my 3.
Jeff, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is Inhumans. See, it didn't say show that other people should watch. It just said shows that I watch it no one else is.
So you're the one.
I'm the one. I've seen all 7 episodes that have aired so far.
I hope they cancel right before the last episode.
No, they said they were going to show all 8. That's really the only reason I stayed in is because I knew it was ending.
Isn't that bad?
So, yeah, it is. It really is that bad.
That's why it's his number 3.
I mean, I can't say they should keep it or there's any. I'll say there was some cool fighting in the most recent episode.
Did she get her hair back?
Nope.
Okay. It's damn CGI.
Yeah, it's like, wow, okay, Medusa in the first episode gets her hair chopped off, and, you got a superhero who can't even use her superpower because...
He chopped her hair. My number 3 is the NHL. I wish more people would watch hockey. It's a great sport, and never gets the love.
It does, north of the border.
It does. We should move to Canada.
If anyone wants to watch it, there's a bar over by Xavier University, Dana Gardens. It's the NHL hotspot to watch games.
Oh, I think about Inhumans.
We will turn it on every night ahead of the NBA.
Good call. Do you watch Inhumans over there?
No.
Okay.
No, I told you, nobody watches Inhumans.
My number 2 is a show that's on the bubble right now, The Gifted. I really like The Gifted.
Oh, no one's watching it?
He said it's on the bubble right now. They said
Oh.
probably we'll get a second season just because it's tied into X-Men and it's
Oh, I
Fox.
could have put that on my list if I just assumed
Yeah.
people were watching it.
I've enjoyed that, The Gifted. I thought it was a decent show.
Oh, okay. Well, that's my number 5 then.
Okay. Jim, what's your number?
If that counts as no one watching it.
Jeff, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is The Good Place.
Okay. We're going back. Jim, number 2.
My number 2 is Master of None on Netflix with Aziz Ansari.
I saw the first season of that. That was good.
The second season was pretty good too.
I don't think he's doing a third one, is he?
I don't know if he is or not, but it's a lot different than most Aziz Ansari characters.
Yes.
He's not over the top. He's not. It's not like Tom from
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec. I mean, and I'm not a big Aziz Ansari fan, but I actually enjoyed that show.
And the best part is he actually has his parents as the real
his
polite parents.
Yeah, his parents played
He
his
said
parents.
he said that his dad basically took out all his vacation time and just to film it. So, Blake, what's your number one? Or number two?
Well, I was going to say Curse of Oak Island does start again tonight at 9 o'clock. So it was season 5, episode 1. But don't worry, because episode 1 probably just rehashes all 4 prior seasons.
I'm sure they'll show the repeat too. You don't have to watch the first one. It's like on cable, right?
It's on cable.
So they'll show
Yeah.
it again at 2 a.m.
Yeah, it's on
They'll
Yes.
show it tomorrow in the middle of the night. They'll
So,
show it
yeah.
before the new episode.
So when we
What,
get,
me, myself,
that's
and I
right.
is supposed to be on or
Yeah.
show it.
They don't even have the rights to it.
Yes. But number 2, I actually, this was given to me while we were talking earlier in the podcast. Vikings.
What I'm like,
Since I'm the only guy that got the Ragnar Wolfbrook reference.
yes.
I thought you were talking about the guy from Of Monsters and Men when you said Ragnar.
No.
I thought he said Ulfbert, which is the Viking sword.
Geek check. Anyways, number one was your Curse of
Oh wow!
Island.
Geek check on this podcast.
Curse of Okie Island. Jim, what's your number one?
My number one, we mentioned it already in the show, is the Shannara Chronicles. It's MTV produced it, made it originally, and then they dumped it. It's now picked up by Spike.
Spike,
Spike is airing it.
Which is
now.
getting
which is going to
changed
become
over.
the Paramount
Yeah.
Network.
Yes. So Spike has it now again, and seasons 2 just started up, and
Is season 2 better than season 1?
it started to be okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping it does well, so that does well. So when future sci-fi fantasy books come to light, like the stuff that Patrick Rothfuss does, that people actually start watching them.
I am reading Patrick Rothfuss's book right now. I cannot see this being adapted to the screen.
Again, he's worried about it too.
Yeah,
but they have the writer of Hamilton
oh really?
is in
One shot. I got one shot.
Shut up.
Shut up.
is in the production with it, helping him out.
What, Juan-Manuel
Lin.
Miranda? Lin,
Yes.
not Juan. Lin.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, yes.
So it's a musical.
No.
But maybe he'll make it a musical.
I
That
got
would be
one
fun.
shot.
He said in it that when they're in the production meeting, they brought Lynn in and they asked him, okay, if we want to do like musical numbers or things like you want to add or anything to it, he goes, no, I'm just here to be part of the Don't Fuck It Up committee.
Nice. Well, I like the fact they got someone there
That's a fan.
and doesn't want it fucked up, because Game of Thrones lost that last season.
Yeah.
Do you
They
think more
lost the
music
Don't
would be
Fuck It
better?
Up people last season.
You know when shows start losing their place, they start doing a musical episode. Do you think Game of Thrones could do that?
They did bring Ed Sheeran on and they sang a song.
There you go.
Did it.
I can't wait till people from the Iron Islands are there and they actually jump a shark.
On
That would be
skis.
funny.
Or
On water skis.
it is Game of Thrones. There probably will be some dolphin rape.
As long as they're related.
There's the theory that Varys is a merfolk.
I heard that theory. I don't know if I agree with it.
No.
What's your number one, Jeff?
My number one was Me, Myself, and I.
Okay, my number one, Superstore. Love Superstore.
Oh, that could have been on my list too. I didn't watch it.
I haven't watched it yet. I've heard a lot of people talk about
And
it.
you're right.
Jeff, did you see the Halloween episode?
I did see the Halloween episode.
Did you like Garrett dressed as Coming to America?
Well, since you told me about it, it just wasn't. And he's not dressed as Coming to America. He's
Whatever.
dressed as King whatever.
Yeah, from Coming to America. Sorry. I loved
If
it.
he was dressed as the entire movie, that would be cool.
Yes. Love Superstore. Go watch it.
I like the fact that they found the dead body in the walls.
Yes. And then they threw it into the cemetery. The fake cemetery.
But everyone thought it was the Halloween
the decorations.
decoration. And he's like, no, everybody stay away from housewares. This is something you shouldn't see.
Everybody
starts going over it. No, they're all going the wrong way.
It's scarier than a haunted house. Do not come back here. And they start going back. And I like how it's very. There's parts of The Office in it, but I like how Jonah, who's like the gym version, how they mock him though, because
Yeah.
he is a douchebag at times.
Oh yeah.
I went to one semester of community college in business. Anyways,
What? He only went to one semester.
yeah, in the show.
Because I thought I thought he was in school because the guy.
I think he might have gone back, but he completed one.
His boss's boss or whatever was like his classmate before he dropped out
Yeah, they haven't-
because he had a breakdown or something. I thought that was the whole point.
Did you see the one where the store manager was getting his penis checked out for the mole?
That was the same one.
Was it the
Wasn't
same one?
Or no, that was
Next-
at the newest one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's under the mole is underneath. He keeps jumping up and down and flopping the penis up and down. It was not correct. Anyways, moving on.
They blurred that out because it still is NBC.
Listener picks. We got a lot.
Do we have any honorable mentions?
Oh no, I didn't.
Superstore is my honorable mention. I didn't have 5 on
Yeah.
my list.
I thought of since we're talking about Ashton Kutcher. Again, it's amusing. It's the Ranch. It's on Netflix.
That's not happening for a third season.
Yeah.
After the one co-star.
Really? Danny Masterson's problem?
He may have gone into some issues.
I don't know. I don't think Netflix is taking a stance on anything.
No, they're not.
I'll pay you $8 million just to do another season of The Ranch. Yep, you're in. We have debt.
And then there's one that I want to watch that nobody watched, and it was supposed to be picked up by the CW. Was supposed to get it, and then they dumped it.
Aquaman?
No, The Mist.
Oh, that was Spike.
The Spike.
Yeah, that got canceled
Yeah.
after one season.
After one episode, maybe.
No, it was one season.
No, they aired one episode, and that was it. Netflix picked it up.
Oh, really? Well, it got canceled. So
Yeah, but I didn't think they even showed all the things.
I don't
I didn't realize that got dumped from Spike.
Yeah, Spike dumped it right away.
Wow.
It didn't even. I don't know if they aired the single episode.
Chris Richardson said it was awful.
I
I know-
showed it over in Britain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's on Netflix now. If you want to look at it, I'm going to watch it probably in the next 2 weeks.
Greatest ending to a movie.
Yes.
All you had to wait was 10 more minutes.
Even Stephen King said, "I wish I would have ended the book that way."
Top 5 listener picks from Couple Things Podcast. Since I've Neighbors, Superstore, so underrated. Homeland, running show debate for us, and definitely the underrated Chicago PD.
I haven't watched any of the Chicago shows.
A lot of people watched Homeland though.
Yeah, I can't believe it's still on. You don't hear much about it anymore.
No, it kind of. I think it ran its course.
I think pretty much once Damian Lewis left,
Yeah.
people kind of lost interest.
Stop.
Although they said there was the last season I thought they said was pretty good. Like after a bad season, they found a good season or something.
Sean at Pittsburgh Nerd had Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Why?
People are
Ballers.
watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Ballers. I enjoy Ballers. It's a
I've
funny
not
show.
Watch
seen
it. I
Ballers.
forgot to
I
put
have-
Silicon Valley in my list.
Silicon Valley.
People watch that.
Yeah, that's what I thought about. Too many people
Yeah,
watched
that's
Ash versus the Ash.
Ash
Ash
versus the
Evil Dead.
And Star Trek: Discovery.
it. I can't watch it if I have to pay something extra for it.
$6. Yes, but they're rebooting the Twilight Zone.
Well, if they get enough shows on, it might be worthwhile.
They
What-
got
hold on a
Jordan
second.
Peele is in charge of Twilight Zone, though.
What-
That's interesting.
What
All they
colon discovery? What?
Colon Discovery.
Star Trek: Discovery.
Yeah.
They have a Big Brother.
The Big Brother feeds.
No, they actually had a separate season of Big Brother on just CBS.
Different
online.
season.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I know All Access shows the I don't. Is it 24-hour cams
Oh,
Or-
Big Brother.
Something like that.
or something like that? Well,
Again-
well, honestly, because Sean put that on there. The only reason he has CBS All Access is because his girlfriend watches the Big Brother.
Yes, she
show.
does.
Okay.
So he's not paying extra to catch
Star Trek.
Star Trek, but
Besotted
and they got the Good Fight, the spinoff of The Good Wife on CBS All Access.
Besotted Geek has the 100.
I hear good things about it. Never saw it.
Gotham.
Oh,
I've heard no good things about that.
But still, people watched it.
Still are.
Yeah.
The Gifted.
Like I said, I thought people were watching it. Apparently,
Nope.
I'm wrong.
Riverdale, which actually is not correct because that is being watched, but it's second highest show on CW. Next to Flash.
But no one's watching it
That
because it's
means
on
9
CW.
people are watching it.
Shut it. The Flash is number 1 on that network.
Really, not Super Best Girlfriend or Super Ex Girlfriend?
That's actually one of the lowest rated shows of on network TV, and they keep renewing it.
Because everyone says it's good.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it, but
Star Trek Discovery is his. Pam, who put the top 5 list.
yes.
Lucifer. She does love Lucifer.
Didn't watch it.
The Exorcist.
Didn't watch it.
Come back for another season. Chance. I have
Don't
no idea
even know what it
Chance
is.
Superstore. Thank you.
I thought people were watching it.
Designated Survivor.
Nope, don't watch it.
I watched the first half of the first season. Chris Richardson. Good day, mate. Had American Horror Story Cult.
Are people not watching American Horror Story now?
I have no idea.
I never watched any of them, so I don't know if it's...
Only liberals.
Down the hall. Vice Principals on HBO.
Yeah, I'm not watching it.
Ray Donovan. Forged in Fire.
Making knives.
And
And
Supergirl.
Swords.
Swords.
And
Knives the first round, S words the second.
Supergirl. Shut up. It's better than River Pish. Shut up.
It is better than River Pish.
I'm actually intrigued by Supergirl, like the commercials. That actually makes me want to watch it more than Arrow lately. Flicks X-Rayed, a new one. They said, totally watch The Good Place and no one else cares.
We care.
That's right. And Nikki, the only Nikki in New Zealand. iZombie?
I tried to watch it.
I heard good things, but I've never...
I heard good things. I think I tried to watch the first episode and couldn't get through it.
Killjoys?
Granted, I was watching it at work and I couldn't pay attention to what was going on. So, well, that's what I need to find things that I don't need to actually pay attention to.
Yeah.
To watch at work.
Like in Humans.
Like in Humans, yes.
Is that how you're able to watch Lost for 8 years?
Okay, one, Lost was only on for 6 years.
And a movie.
2, no, I did not watch that at work because I had to pay attention to that. See, the thing is, if you paid attention to it, it was real easy to know what was going on.
Here we go.
You knew in the very first episode, and you just wasted your life for the next 6.
Well, see, you
Jesus.
complain about that, and then you complain about when I said that isn't what happened, and you're like, well, then that's stupid. So what? I mean, you're going to either say, oh my God, we figured it out early, you should have changed it, but when you did, they did change it, you said that's stupid.
Is this your first episode with Blake?
Oh, I know he's just pushing buttons, but damn it!
Killjoys? Number
Don't
4.
know that.
3, Carmela.
Must be New Zealand
That
stuff.
must be New Zealand.
The 100. And Winona Earp.
Hey, what's that?
Apparently, she is a huge fan of
Everyone's talking about
Winona Earp.
Winona Earp. I don't know what this is.
I don't know.
It's on Netflix.
It's related to Wyatt Earp?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that Wyatt Earp's
I have
sister?
to look
I'm
it up
thinking.
because I know Nikki's been tweeting like crazy about
Is it a Western?
Yeah, it's
Good.
it's
a Western feel.
a Western feel sci-fi type.
Okay.
I see.
I haven't watched it yet. It's on my queue and things to watch, but there's like 400 shows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's,
I've got too many
what's,
things.
what's the 100? Is that like a smaller production 300?
Yes,
Yes.
it's a smaller battle. They didn't
It's just the
need
Battle of Thermos.
It's zebras versus lions.
the zebras held off the lions.
This is episode number 201. Thanks for listening. And Roger. Oh, bad idea of the week. Sorry. Number 19.
Bad idea of the week was canceling Me, Myself, and I, or removing it from the lineup for.
Okay, what
frickin',
number is that for you?
right now it's going to be real high, but I have to put it in perspective of the entire world. So number 218.
Okay, number 19 for me, bad idea of the week, is making Inhumans. Or watching it.
It's not a bad idea to watch it. You just have to not like yourself.
Bad idea. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history of not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
You were listening to Hobie.
Addendum.
All right.
Picking a title.
What do I have?
I have zebras versus lions.
I have Porch Hammock. I have Ridley Scottish. I have Codename White Cheddar.
His name
No,
is White Cheddar.
Cheesy white cheddar cheesy poof.
White Cheddar Cheesy Poof, or Battle of Thermos.
I have
100. The Battle of Thermos. Or Therma.
I had 2 hyenas killed the Lion King. Curve or Cutter. Faces for Netflix. Electra ground it just because it was so bad.
Boo.
And this is my favorite.
Stunt Dick 2.
No, Stunt Dick 1.
Stunt Dick 1.
Lick ice cream off his abs, just because I really like that.
I don't even remember that being said.
I said about Chris Hemsworth, I could lick ice cream off his abs. I'm proud of that.
Faces from Netflix.
But you see people's face on Netflix.
That's the joke.
I don't get it.
I like Faces for Netflix. What was the other one that we were laughing?
I like Battle of Thermos.
I like Battle of Thermos. Battle of Thermos.
Their history of bad ideas. Battle of Thermos. 100. The Battle of Thermos.
100, the Battle of Thermos.
That's going to be confusing for the episode and that, so. Battle of Thermos it is.
All right.